to talk about. But first of all, how are you guys doing? Hi, I definitely have missed you all. I told you guys I would be traveling, so I always forget about this. This is my heating pad that I'm currently using for my back. I told you all that I would be traveling, so it would be really difficult for me to do a live. I'm glad I was able to get one live in while I was away, and I was going to do one more live before I left. I was in Tejas. Shout out to Texas. I was there visiting family and doing some work stuff. And while I was there, Mama got a little injury. I'm so clumsy. Please pray for me, y'all. I'm really clumsy and it's not cute, especially at my big age. It's just like I'm always tripping and falling and running into something, and it's not cute. It's not cute because the day that I was going to schedule a live, I was going to do one in the evening, Central Standard Time, right? Wherever Texas is. I was going to do a live that day. I woke up that morning. My sister was packing because we were all getting ready to leave because our flight left the day after. And my sister was packing. Unfortunately for her, she didn't close her suitcase. So I wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I step on her suitcase. The suitcase flips up, knocks me back into the wall. I try to catch onto something, but I miss the windowsill, and this hand falls into the suitcase and the zipper splits my hand right here. So it's not deep enough where I need stitches or glue, but I just have to keep these fingers like this, because if I open it too much, it just won't heal. So that's why I didn't do anything, because I took some ibuprofen and I went back to bed. My back is doing a bit better, but yesterday, because I was traveling back here to LA, it hurt me a bit more. So I rested up again yesterday. So that's why some of the lives that I had scheduled, I had to cut because I need to take time to heal. I'm sorry. Hopefully, if I do the right thing and continue to rest up and heal up, by next week, we will be back to normal. But you guys know that, the world is opening up, and so is my industry. So things are just going to look a little different for NikkiStar TV moving forward. I don't know for how long, because the Delta variant right now is kicking our behinds in LA. So I don't know. I don't know how long things are going to be like this, but right now we just got to play it ear by ear for the channel. But I love you all, and I thank you all for continuing to support me and make the time changes with me as we continue to grow and find a schedule that could work for everybody. But as for right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try my best. That's why I always say follow me on Instagram, because that's where I post everything that's going on with me, so you guys can keep up to date with the things that I'm doing, because I know until I posted the reminder over here, I know a lot of my Instagram people already knew what was going to be going on today. So if you want to know, if you want to keep up with me, follow me at NikkiNicoleStar. That's where I do my regular updates of what's going on with me, just my personal life, and also here at NikkiStar TV, so you could know what's going on. I've said all that to say I've missed you. I've missed you, and you guys are definitely a priority for me. So I'm going to try to make it work. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. Thank you guys for letting me know about the... What? There's another one? Am I ever going to see you guys? Am I ever going to get to Italy? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my gosh, this is insane. This is insane. Carmen, thank you so much for the super chat. My buzzer is broken. Thank you so much for the super chat. Carmen said, are you still going to be review the BET Awards fashion? P.S. I've been excitedly waiting for your live all day. Thank you. I don't know why I just didn't read it right here. Thank you so much, Carmen. Carmen, the only reason why I canceled it is because I just thought it would be too late. I didn't know if you guys were so interested. If you want me and Arnold to review the fashions for the BET Awards, give your girls a thumbs up, and I'll probably do it on Monday if you guys are interested, because Arnold made a whole list and he wants to do it. But I just thought that it would be too late and you guys wouldn't be interested. But if you're interested, we will definitely do it. We will definitely do it. Give your girl a thumbs up if you want to do it. I will also do a what is it? A poll if you guys are interested. Hey! Oh, also, before you ask, my lipstick that I use. These lips are responsible. What you trying to say? What am I trying to say? Anyway, what I have on my lips is my lip liner is CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner. And over top of that, I put on the DSL lips by Erica Jane and Too Faced. And you can find this at QVC. So your girl, Erica, she's about to start, the judge on her case recently allowed people to start going after her funds because her husband used stolen money to fund her career. So, support your girl, let her make some coins so she can pay back the victims, the scam victims. That's no shade, just real tea. If you can support, she's going to need all that money because it's expensive to be made. Oh, also, thank you, Marlena. I got the turbans. Thank you. My mother, she loves her. She took our turbans right away. Thank you so much. I love you guys. All the way from Belgium. Marlena, thank you. Thank you. And Eden, I got your book. This is one of our beautiful subscribers, Eden Apia Kubi. She just wrote, hold on, I'm trying to hope you can see it. She sent me her book called The Bennett Women. Eden, I can't wait to read it. It looks like a page turner. If you want me to do a book club, I will, because this looks like a page turner. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So thank you so much, Eden. Thank you so much for even thinking of me. I can't wait to read it. And Tracy, for the rest of the week and also next week, Tracy just sent me some great, my beautiful moderator, Tracy. She makes shirts. This is one of the shirts that she made, NikkiStar TV. She sent me a bunch of shirts. So I'm going to be wearing those throughout the week, throughout the rest of my lives. Thank you guys. You guys are so talented. I honestly, I feel honored that so many talented people like me and are subscribe to me and like what I do. Makes the girl feel good. Thank you. Who is this? Rugiatu Sase. Thank you for the super sticker. And if you want to know what's going on with All Stars, me and my mother are watching it, and we're going to be putting up 3 videos a week as we catch up on the episodes. So look out for All Stars. Me and my mother cannot wait to get into that with you guys. But yes, book club. Yeah. Yes, book club. Awesome. All right. That's all I had to talk to you guys about. Because we're going to get into it. Because we're at about 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, we got a lot to talk about, and I don't want to hold you guys up. I know it's late for a few of you guys who are on the East Coast. What's up, East Coast? So I want to try to make it as quick as possible, but I still want to have a good time. So I'm first going to start off with Bachelor in Paradise, and Bachelorette. And then the next thing that I'm going to talk about, Bachelor in Paradise, we're going to talk about the cast because the cast list was just released. Then we're going to quickly get into the Bachelorette. Then we're probably going to end with those colorist tweets. Then we're going to get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Then we're going to get into the Real Housewives of New York. Then we're going to get into BET's Encore. Then we're going to get into 90 Day Fiance. And then we're going to get into one of my favorite shows at the moment, which is You, Me, and My Ex. It's such good reality TV. I have to talk about it with you guys because you need to watch it, because I have to review it, because we have to talk about it. It's such a good show. What's up, Miss Gigi88? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Star Family. Hey, Johnny's Acting Channel. Hey, so we're going to get started in a quick second. Had to make sure I got my tambourine. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, look what I got in Texas. I love it. Oh, damn it. It's so cute. I love it. Oh, and I'm a Black person who's not afraid of watermelon. Black people, live your damn life. Not a bad stereotype. That's how we made money after slavery. Hello. Anyway, last but not least, I am picking a winner. We all know about the dossier giveaway. I am picking a winner for these on Monday during one of my lives. If it's not the fashion live, that if you guys want me to do that with Arno, if not that, it'll probably be another live. I'm going to do something on Monday. So I'll be picking the winner for one of these dossier perfumes. So we have with this one, Fruity Honey, right here. Fruity Honey. Then the next one that we have is this? No, I kept Floral Lavender. That Floral Lavender, baby. Fruity Jasmine. Very sweet flavors. The only reason why I didn't keep these two, because I requested both of these. The only reason why I didn't keep them is because I have a lot of sweet body sprays and I'm trying to get into the perfume game. And the one that I picked, Floral Lavender, watch that video. I'll tag it at the end. The one that I picked was just such a sexy scent. I could not walk away from that. And I wanted it for a hot girl summer, but it seems like it's not going to happen. Wear your mask. So yes, if you would like to, be in the number to be picked for one of those perfumes, just write a comment in the comment section below. Let me know which one you want. Also hit me up on Instagram and let me know which one you're interested in. I'm going to be taking all the names, putting them in a hat, and just picking 2 random people, and I will be sending them out to you next week. I'm picking the winner on Monday. So if you're interested, let a girl know. And don't worry, they're sending me more stuff. So if you don't get it this time, you may get it next time. Thank you for supporting me, my love. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah. It's really hard to do it with this. Oh my God. Can I do it with this? Oh no, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on? Titties for the win. So won't you come on in the room? Come on, come on, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on, come on. She's so cute. She's so cute. Oh my God. I gotta have daughters. I gotta have daughters. Who am I gonna pass all this glitter on to? Child or nieces? Hey Charlotte, thank you so much for the super chat. When this finger heals, I will fix my buzzer. But up until then, this is it. Charlotte said, so excited to finally catch a live. I love your reviews and your opinions are always on point. Keep shining, Nikki. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Guys, before I get into it, last thing, I just honestly want to say, you all have no idea, because when we come here, it's just entertainment, right? There's a lot that I'm dealing with, right, that I just can't talk about. A lot of great things as well, but it's a whole lot of other things happening. And I'm telling you, your messages that you send me on Instagram or here or wherever you can find me, I'm letting you know, you have no idea how much of a blessing your words have been to me and your encouragement. You don't even know. Like some people are just like, I just want to say I thank you so much because I'm having such a good time watching. You're so fun. You have no idea. No idea the valley I'm walking through right now. And I just want to say thank you, because you don't have to do it, but you do. And I really, 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 really do appreciate it. Your words and just your affirmations and just you guys being amazing to me. Because I'm telling you, I was afraid to get on YouTube because I've seen it go. It can go a certain way for people. It didn't look like it would have been the most safest environment to be in, especially for somebody like me and what I do. But it's been such a blessing, and I'm so glad that I got over that fear. And I did this because connecting with you all when I can has been the highlight of a really, really difficult season for me. So I just want to say thank you. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Thank you all so much. Love you too, Tony. Thank you all so much. When I can talk about it, the devil is busy. Oh, what are we drinking today? Fiji. The best water ever made. The best water ever made. Or filtered, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. God did his thing when he made Fiji. Yes, he did. Let's get into Bachelor in Paradise real quick. Thank you. Y'all so sweet. Let's get into Bachelor in Paradise. Almost paradise. I follow all of these. I follow way too many Bachelor content pages. Anyway, so we've already talked about it in the batch chat, but it has been released that these are the confirmed people now. So first up on the list is Abigail. What's his name? Brendan. And who is this with the braids? Who is this chick right here with the, is it? Yeah, her. Who's that with the box braids? Who is that? Deandra. What season was she on? Oh, Lachelle. Thank you so much, Lachelle. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you for continued. Thanks for getting us through the panini. I love y'all. Thank you, Lachelle. Who is Deandra? I can't make out her face. What season was she on? Who is this? No shade, beautiful woman. I just have no idea who this is. What season was she on? Was she on Matt's season? Anyway, Deandra is there. My baby Ivan is there. Jessica. Oh, and Grocery Store Joe. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be real difficult because I am right-handed and baby, I'm struggling. So Grocery Store Joe, Jacinia, and Ivan. You know what? Let me try to do something. Hold on. Damn it. Oh my gosh. I had no idea how much I depended on these two fingers. What is happening here? I'm trying to block out Grocery Store Joe. I kind of like this coupling. What y'all think? I kind of like that. Jacinia and Ivan. I like that. Then we have, oh, y'all don't know who that girl is either. Was she on Matt's season? Oh, anyway, then we have, what is his name? The scammer, Carl. Carl is here. Kelsey is here. I love Kelsey. And boy band manager guy, Kitty. So we have somebody messy. We have somebody who can be fun and messy. And then we have somebody who's going to be very horny, which is a boy band manager. You got to have somebody horny on the beach. He's going to be going through them girls. Ciao. Then we have Mary, Marissa, and Natasha. I'm happy that Natasha is back. I do not remember Marissa. But Mary is back. She's going to be, she was from Matt's season. I'm happy for Mary and I'm happy for Natasha. Marissa, I don't know you to be happy, but you know what, girl? Go ahead on. Go ahead on. I wish you the best. Oh, Noah is here. Noah, Serena. Oh, wait a minute. Both Serenas are here? I thought that biracial Serena, I'm sorry. I know biracial people are a community on their own, but I'm trying to distinguish the one I'm talking about. I'm just going to say black, partially black Serena. I thought she wasn't ready. Get your coin, sis. Who is this? Tajwan is back and she looks great. Tajwan is back. Tammy is back. Victoria is back. I had no idea who she was. Money well spent. And the other Victoria. Darn it. I am really dependent on these two fingers. This is a good little cast. This is a good little, Tajwan looks great. Look at Tajwan. She looks great. Look at this Victoria. Remember her? Money well spent. Money well spent. So that's all we have for now. That's who they have released thus far. I think probably every day up until the actual show, they'll start releasing more people. But that's who we have thus far. What do you guys think about the cast thus far that has been officially released by Bachelor in Paradise? Hey, Tracy. Tracy said, Nikki, so we're just going to skip over how you prayed for this. I did. Taboo. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Listen, that's when I learned that, I have some powerful prayers and I need to direct them and, to things that matter, not wanting to be the face of cotton. I will say I saw the cotton commercial that I was up for. They actually did do it. They did it later, like right after the pandemic. They did it later. I didn't get a call because I wasn't along with the agency anymore. Thank God. But they did it. And it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it still wasn't for me. I was not going to be a Black woman singing about cotton. I just couldn't do it. But for the sister that they picked, or was she a sister? Or was she a Caucasian Latina? Anyway, for whoever they picked, good for you. Good for you. I'm glad you got a national. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Yeah, Ethan, I really like the cast too. It seems like a really good cast thus far. Very diverse already. People that I'm excited about seeing. I think that I know Grocery Store Joe has been problematic. I honestly get that. I'm talking about his character on this show. I'm happy that he's giving it a go again because I felt like he was unequally yoked with Kendall. I just did not see those two working. And I think in my opinion, from watching Bachelor in Paradise, it seemed like Kendall felt like guilted into being with this guy because he liked her so much, but she was just not attracted to him. So I'm hoping that he can, have a go at it again and really find, true love or like somebody who is more his speed so he can actually have a real match because I think that he's ready. I think he's ready for marriage. I think he's ready for a relationship. I think he's ready for kids. And so I hope that he is able to find somebody that will be that for him because I knew that it wasn't Kendall. She just was not interested in him. She wanted that guy that looked like dark skinned Fabio. I forget his name, but that's what she was interested in. So I am happy to see Grocery Store Joe back. I am really happy to see Natasha. Y'all know I love me some Natasha, so I'm happy for her. But who I was not expecting, I'm real geeked about, Tajwan. Tajwan is good TV. She is good TV, so I'm happy to see her back. I'm happy to see this. This is a good cast. In my opinion, Bachelor in Paradise is their best show. It was their best show since Bachelorette. They got rid of Bachelorette because Bachelorette became very problematic. So I think somebody assaulted on Bachelorette? It got canceled because it was a mess. So they came up with Bachelor in Paradise, and I think, good job. It's their best show. This is where they need to put their money and focus. The Bachelor and Bachelorette, I just feel like we're evolving past needing a show that cookie cutter, to be quite honest with you. I think when you have shows like Love Island and Love Island US, Love Island UK, that new dating show with people who are dressed up like furries, like when you're Love is Blind, when you're competing Married at First Sight, when you're competing with stuff like that, that's doing your same formula, but it's a bit more interesting. People are watching different things. If the show doesn't evolve, if Bachelor or Bachelorette doesn't evolve, I don't see it lasting. But Bachelor in Paradise is here to stay. Their best show. Their best show. Denard, I'm glad that we like this cast. I missed you too, AK. Yeah, so we're gonna have a good time watching this show. It's a good cast. You got a nice balance of hot, funny, sweet. So you have the little romantical thing with Ivan being there. You got great diversity, and you also have a couple of messy players. It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good show. Oh my gosh. Alexis, you don't know about that dating show on Netflix? I forget what it's called. Hold on. Let me try to look it up. Netflix dating show. Netflix dating show Animals. That's the only way you can. Netflix dating show with animals. Sexy Beast. It's called Sexy Beast on Netflix, and these people dress up like animals. That's the best way to describe it. They dress up like animals, and they go out on dates. It's like Love is Blind, but for furries. This is one of the women. This is the show. I can't wait. I'm watching this. Oh, I'm watching this mess. That's right up my alley. Right up my alley. I miss you too, Paulette. Alex, that's a dolphin. I think that she's supposed to be a dolphin. I don't know if she's supposed to be a dolphin from hell or space, but that's supposed to be a dolphin. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this show. Okay, let's get into The Bachelorette. So we start off with this episode with Blake coming back, and the men do the normal thing where it's like, oh my gosh, you had your chance and you're back and we're mad. It doesn't matter because Blake is going to stay. It felt very fake and contrived, and I just really need for them to find another theme at this point because they keep on giving us the same storylines and it's getting tired. And Katie really seems to like Blake. I feel like Blake and Andrew are definitely getting fantasy suites, in my opinion, just because of the chemistry that Katie has with these men. You can't fake it. You know what I mean? Like you can see her instant attraction to the both of them, and you can see her trying to hold back because there's still, a few weeks of this show left. You can definitely see that Katie is not going to pull a Claire. She's going to, fulfill the episodes in her contract. But it's just, in my opinion, very obvious watching this show that Andrew and Blake are going to get fantasy suites at some point. Like, there's no way that any other dude right now is going to be able to surpass where Katie is already with Andrew and Blake right out the gate, especially because she's already been contacting Blake. I don't know if she's going to find out that Blake has been contacting everything with the vagina in Bachelor Nation. I don't know if she's going to find that out before this show is over, but for whatever reason, she is falling for this man. So we have the group date, and in the group date, it's wrestling or whatever, and it gets a little out of hand, and Hot Dad is injured. I just wanted to talk about this because as soon as Hot Dad got injured, Katie canceled it, and she was just like, we're done. Everybody's a winner. We're going to go to, the date at this point, the sit down cocktail dinner a cocktail date at this point, because Hot Dad is injured. And you know why she did that, right? Because Hot Dad is the Bachelor. Hot Dad is the Bachelor. Anybody else on that show could have been injured. As soon as Hot Dad got injured, they canceled this game and moved on to the next phase. This never happens. We have seen people on this show, when we get to these roughhousing group dates, we have seen people have their face cracked open. We have seen people lose skin off of their bodies. We have seen women be ran over by huge, tractor trailer tires, and they have kept the game going. We have seen people leaving an ambulance and they have kept the game going. Hot Dad gets the wind knocked out of him and we stop the competition. Why? Because he's the Bachelor. We're not messing up those goods. We're not messing up those goods. I see it and I approve it. I see it and I approve it. Since we're here, a lot of you sent me the bracelet, the Black Lives Matter bracelet that Hot Dad had on. And to that, I say good for him, right? Allies can always do a bit more, in my opinion. I think it's great that he has that bracelet on. I'll give it time. But if you're going to wear the bracelet on TV and not have a discussion about it, then what is the point? What is the point? It's like them safety pins back in the day. Y'all remember them safety pins that white New Yorkers were putting on themselves and letting, people of color know that if they're being attacked by, somebody from their kin, one of their kin, that they will signal to the safety pin and let them know that they're watching over them safely. It's like bare minimum. Y'all know I love Hot Dad. I want him to be the Bachelor, but it's just like, all right, he wore a Black Lives Matter bracelet. Thank you. Great. You can always do a bit more. Now, he could have probably had the conversation and it was cut out of the show. I would not put it past this show, but I just don't feel like we should be giving people cookies for doing the bare minimum, especially when it comes to equality. That's all I'm going to say about that. He's still my Bachelor and I don't want to drag him anymore. I'm happy about where Hot Dad is. And thank you for wearing the bracelet. I really do appreciate it. Let's have a conversation about that on camera. Let's do it. Let's bring it up at the reunion. Let's do it. Speaking of hot dad, I love this moment in this episode where the men embraced him and really comforted him and shared in this emotion with him when he was talking about being a widow. And he was just like, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to get like sympathy from you guys, or, you know, like fake sympathy. And I didn't want to put it out there and be like, you know, he's the sad guy or whatever. I just thought it was sweet. I felt like Greg, even though we know that he is fake, right? I do feel like his tears in that moment was real. It felt like a real moment to me, a really, really sweet moment, and continued to solidify for me that hot dad absolutely needs to be the Bachelor. Like, from what I've seen thus far, I don't see anybody within Bachelor Nation that can take this from him. He is the perfect candidate for the Bachelor. Not only I have to be honest with you, I am a Black person who watches this show, right? I appreciate the effort that they have tried to diversify their leads. At this point, this show is unable to handle a person of color lead. I am absolutely fine with them keeping this show white, especially their leads, right? So with Hot Dad, I think we have somebody who, for me, is a white lead, which I think this show does well in. Not saying they need another white lead. I just think that this show does well with white leads. So he's white, right? Of age. He is widowed, so he's ready. Not saying that if you lose a partner, you're ready to replace another partner, but he is somebody who had love and lost it and desperately wants to have that back with someone else. He also has a child who I know that he wants to not only have a love in his life again, but I believe that he also wants to have somebody, a partner, to help him raise his son, and wants his son to have a stepmom, you know, not to replace his mom, but somebody to be there to guide this baby through life with a, you know, that's a motherly figure. I just believe that he's the real deal. I think that we will get results from him. I think, I got to be honest, because he's white, the show will handle him properly. We won't have any hiccups or mess ups like we had with our past leads, Rachel and Matt. I just don't think we will have that, because I just feel like this show, unfortunately, has a white lens, and they just know how to lead out those stories better. I think they need to diversify the production first before they pick another person of color lead. That aside, he's a great guy. Every time he's on camera, we light up, we cry, we're on this journey with him. I think he is somebody who can help heal Bachelor Nation, bring everybody together. I think the people who left because of Chris Harrison will come back because of him. I think the people who were here because of Rachel will stay because of him. He's a great candidate. He's not only is he a great candidate, he is the person who needs this role. I told you before, can you imagine his son coming out with the ring when he proposes at the end? We're going to freaking lose it. He's such a, like, if y'all don't pick him, I don't know. I can't help you. I can't consult for you for free anymore. If y'all don't pick Hot Dad, I don't know what the hell y'all doing over there. That is our Bachelor. Anyway, I just love that moment with him. Let's talk about Katie's date with Andrew. Since we're talking about race, let's talk about Katie's date with Andrew. First of all, I am so, hey, Jamie Lee, thank you so much. Thank you. Child. Thank you so much, Jamie Lee, for the super chat, for the Venmo. Jamie Lee said, hey, Nikki, we missed you. Hope your fingers heal soon. Aaron came on the field. Oh, Aaron is, oh my God. Aaron is fine. Aaron came on the field serving bronze statue realness, but his attitude is like an underbaked pastry. He ain't ready. Also, Team Chocolate Andrew. Child, we're going to get into Andrew. Thank you so much, Jamie. So Katie is on this date with Andrew, who I definitely think is getting, like I said before, a fantasy suite. She's just, the chemistry with her, like, she loves this man, or is very attracted to this man. Before we get into the meat of this date, I just want to say we have to do better with the fashions. We just have to do better with the fashion. I'm sorry, when Katie came on this date with this outfit that she was wearing, I was just like, what in the Ross clearance section hell? What was this? They dressed her, like, I'm telling you, The best way I can describe it is that they dress Katie like a middle-aged pansexual soccer mom. What was this? This shimmer gold bodysuit with the folded chest. She is 31 years old. Why are y'all dressing her like that? I just don't understand. And then them jeggings with those big boots with the chain. Charlotte Russe from 1994 called and she wants her boots back. There is money. This show has money. I know y'all split the budget, but my God, today, Zara couldn't give y'all a discount. This is a young woman. Why do y'all dress the lead so old? I don't understand. I don't understand. They dress the lead so old on this show. Is this like a thing? Like, do they want them to look older than they actually are? I just don't get it. I said this is a date. She is on a date with a black man. Like, honey, I'm not saying you got to put on Fashion Nova, but I'm saying, oh my goodness, like, can we at least go to the clearance section of Barney's? Oh, does Barney's exist anymore? Saks Fifth Avenue. I've been able to get some Saks Fifth Avenue pieces. With the right coupon, you could get a couple pieces. Why is she dressed like this? I hate the way they dress the Bachelorettes. I absolutely hate it. They are young women and y'all dress them so matronly. They're just like so elderly. Stay out of Ross. Damn, go to TJ Maxx at least. At least. Can we go to TJ Maxx? What's another place that they can go to? Nordstrom Rack. Take her to Nordstrom Rack or something. Y'all have got to stop. I said she is on a one-on-one date with a dude that she actually likes. What is she wearing? And the boots was too damn heavy. Did you see the way she was walking? I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I know her ankles had to be sore because the way she was walking in them boots. Anyway, please don't do Michelle like this. Please. Gap. At least go Gap or something. I mean, what is the budget? What is the budget here? It's upsetting. It's upsetting. We are women. We're also looking for the fashions as well. Y'all got to do better. Anyway, so she goes on this date with Andrew, and here we have the race talk. Andrew opens up to Katie and he says, I really like you, but we got to talk about it. I'm Black. With a terrible British accent, fake British accent. Anyway, so he has a conversation and he starts off with, my father was in prison and he wasn't a part of my life. See, this is why I need the leads to stay white. I need the leads to stay white. Why are we always starting off here, especially with Black men? Why are we always starting off here? I said, so we got, y'all didn't learn from last season. So we got another Black man with absentee dad who's in prison. Wow. Let's just throw crack addiction on him. I mean, what the hell? And this is the thing. Yes, the show is responsible for putting out these images and pushing out this narrative of, the Black people on the show, people of color on the show. However, people of color, Black people, y'all got to stop coming on this show telling your business like this, knowing good and well that you are on ABC. You are not on BET. You know how this narrative is going to be pushed concerning your life, especially when you start with, my Black father is in prison and was gone most of my life. And I didn't understand that he didn't want me around and what was wrong with me, that he wanted to spend more time in prison than with me. Well, damn. I mean, did you consult with your father and say, hey, Dad, I'm going to throw you under the bus for camera time? Like, you also have to take some responsibility. Same thing with Matt, right? I said the same thing about Matt. I get that this is your experience, but you knew sitting down with that producer when they said, hey, so you're going to sit down and we're going to have the cameras there. And you're going to be talking to one of your dates, one of your white dates. We just want to make sure that you throw in the struggles that you have with your father as a Black person and how horrible your dad is to you. Listen, your father is going to be shocked, right? He's not going to know what hit him, but it's going to be great for the show. You got to take some responsibility. I know how TV works. A producer sat down with Andrew and talked to him about this. Absolutely talked to him about this and pushed him to share. Andrew, you still grown, right? You could have been like, no, that's okay. I'm not going to talk about my dad. Like, to be quite honest with you, they would not have known about your father had you not brought it up. So were you coaxed to say this? Or did you use that as a means to get on the show? Because in old tweets, we saw that you were looking to be the Bachelor as well. Tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. Also, Andrew, your ex-white girlfriend, absolutely, she was absolutely racist, buddy. Absolutely racist. She literally said to you, I can accept black dick, but not black kids. Fool. There's no way that God made man first. There's no way. They are just so freaking stupid and oblivious. No, she wasn't racist, but she, when we were talking about children, she was just like, I can't do it. She didn't want to raise a black kid. You don't think that's racist? She said, absolutely not. If this is what I have to go through to be with a Mandingo warrior, I am out. She said, this fetish stops today. Ain't nobody gonna come up to me and ask me if this black baby is mine, and you gonna say that this woman ain't racist? Not only is she racist, she's problematic. Problematic. Her reasoning for not being with you was that she did not want somebody to walk up on her in the market when she was with your black child and say, is this yours? My God, why do we let them lead? They're not smart. They're not smart. I will say, though, much respect to that woman, right? Much respect for her, because she said, you know what? I can't do this. I cannot raise a black child. I will not do it. I cannot raise a child that does not look like me. I do not want to deal with what is going to come with raising that brown baby. So let me get out of this situation now. Thank you. Thank you very much, because we have seen what has happened when you have went through. When you have went through with raising that brown baby. My God, today. Very smart. Very smart. I absolutely think that she's racist, and I absolutely think that she's problematic. But hats off to her for making that decision, right? Hats off to her for making that decision, because if you can see today, if you're on TikTok, them Gen Z biracial babies are dragging their white mamas on TikTok. Oh, it's a whole trend. Remember that girl was talking about her white mama? This is my Dusty. This is my Crusty. Like, times are changing. Them biracial babies is dragging their white mamas on TikTok. So good for her. Good for her to make that decision and just be like, this is something that I cannot handle. Still racist, still problematic. She said, I can take the dick, but not the kid. Ciao! And I bet you missed her, Andrew. So sad. Y'all gotta let women lead. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Also, shout out to Katie, right? Because she was just, I don't think she said this because she was on camera. I don't think she just said the right thing. I think this is who Katie actually is, right? She was just like, oh, F those people. They better not say anything to my child. Baby, I love the fact that you are so confident that you could raise a black child. I love that you think that you could take on everything that comes with raising a brown baby when you have no idea what their experiences are. Good on you for already being, what you say, that mama bear. Good for you for already being mama bear. But I just hope if you make that decision, that you think it all the way through, because it might not be for you, because it ain't easy. It ain't easy for the black mamas that do it. How, so I know the ones who don't have the same experience as their child are going through it. I told you about my good friend who is learning day by day. You know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm glad that you were very mama bear and you were all into it. But girl, think it through. Think it through. Because I feel like you won't really fall for this man. And I don't think that you really know what that life is like. Being an ally is a lot different than actually living that life. Okay. Yeah, so we talked about Andrew and his blind side monologue because that monologue was given very much blind side, very much blind side. Let's get into how Taylor. I don't know. I don't know how we got here with Taylor, White Taylor Lautner. Like, I don't know how we got here with him because all of a sudden, like halfway through the show, he became the villain. It just for me, it just wasn't enough material to make him the villain. But it seems like that's where the show is going. I don't know what's going on with the editing. For me, I'm just not getting enough information or not seeing enough on this show to get to the conclusions that we're getting to in one episode. I don't get it. I don't get it. I get that they're going to make this dude the villain, but I'm just like, how? With what? With what information do we have? But they're doing it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. But before we get out of here, why was the guy in the box dressed like The Rock? Like, this was no costume. Like, this is, you remember that throwback picture from The Rock? This is how he's dressed. And he's dead serious about this fit. Where is he from? I feel like he is stuck in like South Jersey, 1996. I feel like that's where he's at. Because, baby, that outfit was a choice. That's all I want to talk about. How about you guys? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm going to go up 10 minutos. Then we're going to move on. Yeah, I want to say this. How the hell did y'all see that bracelet? Because y'all all, like, I got sent that bracelet like 6 times. How did y'all even catch it? Like, whew. And how are y'all finding this stuff on Reddit? I try to read them Reddit threads. My eyes. Girl, I can't. I don't know how y'all do it. Johnny said, Nikki, after watching this episode of The Bachelorette, I might be wrong about the men as a whole. What do you mean, Johnny? Let's talk. Miss Chris said maybe Greg was crying because he realized that Hot Dad is now the Bachelor. Probably. Listen to Shanza. Book a cameo with your girl. Very dated. Very, very dated. That I'm like, you are a 31-year-old woman in 2021. Who's dressing like that? Angela, they have a whole team. Who dresses the Bachelorette. Yes, Sabita. H&M. It is very affordable. H&M. Yes, please, like, get your girl to 13K. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said I was not with the Hard Knock Life storyline at all. But at least I felt like Andrew was coming from a more authentic, it is what it is place. Excuse me. I will give you that. I did like the conversation that he had. I just did not know why he needed to start off with his father being incarcerated and not in his life. I think, like, at this point, Black people know what it is, right? We know what this is. We know, like, especially if you're a Black person coming on the show, you know what it is. So to lead out with that, knowing that this is the image that you are putting on TV, it's problematic for me. It's problematic. You absolutely knew what you were doing, Andrew. And I think, I got to be real, I think he was doing all of that because he thought The Bachelor was in his future. I think that's probably why he's going on the way he's going on, why he doesn't want to get in any drama, why, he's trying to be neutral and be everybody's buddy. And now he's leading off with, I'm a Black man that had a hard life. And I also want to talk about race, unlike the last Black Bachelor. And I feel like he's auditioning, but baby, the job is gone. Hot Dad, that's going to be an amazing season. I will tune in for that. Miss Brown Sugar said, all he had to say, though, was that my dad wasn't around. It didn't have to turn into an after-school special moment. Absolutely. Paulette said, yes, Nikki, you are so right. Andrew's girlfriend was definitely racist. Yes, she was. Like, how do you tell, like, come on. How do you tell your black partner, like, you know, having sex with you, basically, being in a relationship with you was fun, having sex with you was great, but raising your baby, no. That's where I draw the line. Not now, had she said, I just don't think you are somebody who would be a good father. I just don't see us having a great life as a married couple. There are some issues that you have that I don't think are repairable in the time frame for me that I want to start a life with you, or, you know, be married and have kids. The fact that she said somebody coming up to me in the market asking me if that brown baby is mine is the reason why I want to break up. Racist. How do you not see that? I see that, and I wasn't the one that got dumped. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't want to say weakest links, but oh shoot. Sorry, guys. I'm having a really hard time with this. Lily B said, how can you not be okay with a black child belay up under a black man? Girl, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Laura Becker said, if that's not racist, then what is? Exactly. When Andrew said that, I was just like, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Hey, Sippy Simone said, thank God, because that child would have gone through so much with that boy. Yes, that baby would have. Sippy Simone also said, child Katie would be their mom asking people online how to do our daughter's black hair. I will say, Katie would try. Katie would put in an effort. Katie would do her best. Katie would be the one who would be putting up posts like Black Lives Matter, my black child lives. Like, she would be that one. She would be that one. Katie would be on her Instagram stories. Today, I'm learning how to, cornroll Andricia's hair. Like, she would be that one. She would be that one. Katie would have a Juneteenth celebration. Like, she would be that one. She would be the one who would do too much. Well, we would be like, Katie, okay, we were with you with learning how to cornroll your daughter's hair, but hosting a Juneteenth celebration, it's too much. Thank you, but it's too much. She would be the one. She would put in the work, though. I think she would. I think she, if Andrew is the one for her, I think she would, do her best to make sure that she is very aware of the world that she will be raising her brown child in. I think she would do the work. Thank you, Order Steps, for the super chat. Order Steps said, if and when Hot Dad becomes a Bachelor, I am watching the show again. I said it earlier in the chat. Saying, thank you so much for the super chat. I actually am going to watch Tiara. I'm actually going to watch Tara. I'm actually going to watch Love Island tonight. I taped it, so I'm going to check it out to see if it's something for me. But there's been so many advertisements about it, and you guys talk about it all the time. I want to see what the hype is about. But I really want to watch the UK version because I hear more about the UK version than I hear about the US version. But it is what it is. What's up, Johnny? Johnny said, I'm sorry, Nikki. What I meant was I was comparing the men from the previous season and how mature and caring they were, but didn't see that this season until now. That's all. Thank you so much, Johnny. Welp. My top four: Blake, Andrew. Hold on. I got to get the pictures. God, that's the only way. Because, I give all these dudes nicknames. I never got all the names. Blake, Andrew. I don't know how Trey is still there. Blake, Andrew, Connor B, Rat Boy or Cat Boy, Connor B, and my wild card is this one. Justin, what's his name? Him. Yeah, I think she really likes him. I don't know why. I don't know what Katie sees in that man, but that's my top four. Justin, Connor B, Andrew, and Blake. I think she's either going to go, I think Andrew and Blake are going to be the two at the end, and I think she's going to go with Andrew. I think that's going to be her pick. Yeah, but yeah, that's my top four for Katie. Let's get into these tweets. A lot of you, I'm not going to put them here because I don't, not saying that I don't think the tweets are bad, right? When these men who are now men, when they wrote those things, they were teenagers, right? Justin, out of all of them, the one who had the most problematic for me was Justin. Very alarming that for you to be a teenage boy and you were just saying some really, nasty things about Black women, some really nasty things about gay men, just in a very dark place. I hope you do address those things because something was going on with you around the age of 16. Something was going on with you. You were very angry. You were tweeting a lot of abusive things. I don't know if you were struggling with something internally or if something was happening with you at your home, but you should address those things. Yes, you were a teenager. Yes, it was a very long time ago. But here is what I want to say about that. A lot of times when, people, especially on TV or whatever, that we start to get to know, a lot of times when things come out about them, especially their tweets that they were tweeting a very long time ago, some of them were teenagers, some of them were, just coming out of their teens. I don't think that people should be raked through the coals, right, for something that they said, especially when they were, let's be real, children. I do think that you should address something that you said that was very harmful on a public platform. Open up, let us know where you were at to even have you come to that conclusion. Because what you have to realize is that a majority of humans do not go through a homophobic phase, right? Do not go through a racist phase. Do not go through a misogynistic phase. Do not go through a rapey phase, right? Because that is an excuse that comes up a lot when people are just like, oh, well, they were, all teenagers go through a phase of hating dark-skinned Black women. No, they don't. Something is very wrong with you if you have this channel, if you channel all this hate to a specific, sect of human beings, right? Something is happening there if you are attacking, especially online, marginalized communities. Like, what is going on with you at that moment, even as a teen? Like, what the hell is going on with you? Because a lot of us were, going to the movie theater and crying, over crushes that, I didn't have texting at that age. Hello, didn't, write that they liked me back in a note. Like, that's what normal teenagers were doing. You were online writing violent things about Black women and gay men. That got to be addressed. That has to be addressed. I think Andrew's tweets were, I don't think that they were, for me, I don't think they were as bad as Justin's. I do think it was very typical, corny teenage boy trying to be cool on Twitter. Trying to get followers. With Justin, I was more alarmed by his tweets. Do I have them? Do I have those tweets? I didn't take a picture of those tweets. Wait, one of you sent me the tweets. Hold on. I got a sale on the way. I just got a sale. And shout out to N. N sent me the tweets. So Justin, first of all, I'm going to have to bleep out a lot of this because Justin, he was a cussing teenager. Justin said, I can't date a girl. Hashtag, I can't date a girl. Hashtag, I can't date a girl with crusty feet. Hot A breath like baby S. Body big enough to be an avatar in S, or if she's dark as Flavor Flav. What do you expect from a man that looks like I'll be sure? He also said, just threw up my dinner after seeing that gay A belly dancer. Like, what the heck? Normal teenagers are not writing stuff like this or having these thoughts in their heads. They always show a well-spoken Caucasian cashier. They need to have a rude black B as a cashier once. So true. Don't know what he's talking about. Who's at fault? Whose fault is that? Poor F word. The F word concerning homosexual men. Can't handle a little kitchen knife at work. No type of coordination at all. How sad. Why are you writing this on a public platform? What is that F word wearing? And then Andrew is talking about income taxes is Black people's Christmas. Kendall Jenner, you're just jealous. I'm going to be the next Reggie Bush in that family. All blondes have little lips. Just real corny stuff trying to get seen. Justin was the most alarming to me. Most alarming to me, especially his tweets about homosexuals. Because it's just like, what's going on with you at that age? That's not normal. That's not normal. Teenage boys, normal teenage boys are not having gay phases, homophobic phases. Now, was Justin in a very religious church? Okay, I'll hear that out, but you got to address that, baby. I mean, Andrew could definitely say something. It'll be like, I was corny back then. I'm corny now, but I know better, right? Justin, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about with them. I want to get a couple of more questions from you guys, and then we're going to move on to what's next. We're going to move on to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bam. And we'll go back to normal next week, guys, but I just wanted to catch up on all the shows that we normally talk about this week, and then we'll get back to normal next week. Hey, Bianca. Bianca said they have to be held accountable for spewing that type of hate, and we have to know if they're still that same person. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Miss Chris. Miss Chris said exactly. It's not a phase. That's a character defect and hate. Yes. Listen, we all watch enough true crime TV to know that when, those teenage boys are talking like this, that something else is on the horizon. It's usually murder, but Justin is on the Bachelorette. So, good for him. He missed the murder phase of his life, but he should address those things. Paulette, you think she's going to choose Blake? I just see such great chemistry with her and Andrew. I really, really do. It's between them two for me. Hey, African Rum Punch. Thank you for being here. Oh my God, Paulette. Trey is useless. No substance. He's going to be cute on a Bachelor in Paradise. Bunny said, I believe Rachel L was right. They don't cast people who want love. They are picking them for shock value because nowadays they have to be checking social media. Batch knew about those tweets. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because how are people on Reddit finding this and you're not finding this on your background check? You know what you're doing. I think so too. Lily said Justin may have some self-hate issues. Absolutely. He has to have some kind of hate internally. Like there had to be something going on with him at that time. And I think, like was said before, he needs to address them because we need to know if he's that same person or if he has evolved. Yeah, shout out to the replay gang. Hey, Drewski, thank you so much for the super chat. Drewski said, has anyone else noticed that the only people calling Crystal a bully or hating her are white people, and especially white women hit dogs hollering? I will say this. Thank you. I will say this. I've seen a lot of men too. I've seen a lot of, like, from what I've seen, because I follow a lot of these Bravo Twitter pages, Twitter and Instagram. And the reviews for Crystal are mixed. A lot of people like her. A lot of people don't like her. It's she's a mixed bag of nuts. She's a mixed bag of nuts. Hey, Irene. Irene said, oh, hey, Ordered Steps. Thank you, Drewski. Irene said, Nikki, I have Reddit on my phone and I be getting notifications of people getting exposed daily. Oh my gosh, I can't get it on my phone. They always ask me. Crystal is from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm about to get into that. Since we're talking about her, let's get into it. Kathy Hilton, I say it every time, she's a star. Kathy Hilton is a star. She's the best thing that happened to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. If they do a cast shakeup, they need to recast around her and Garcelle. I love them. I love them. From who is hunky dory to my English friend over here to hey Thomasina. I love her. I love her. And the thing about it is Kathy is so loaded that even when she's being shady, it'll never be addressed because you don't want to mess up with her. The only billionaire on the show. You're not going to mess up with her. Erica and Tom. I'm not saying that I don't have any sympathy for Erica, right? You can, as we'll see on the show, you can see that all of this is affecting her. It's just she handles things, differently than most people would. But for me, it's very hard to believe that Tom is just such an awful man all of a sudden that you're not okay with, right? Because all the way up until, he was exposed for embezzling, he was this great, smart, powerful man that you were so happy to be married to and associated with, and you helped him run all of his businesses since you were 29 years old. But now that all this stuff is falling apart, you don't know anything, and he was mean and nasty to you. It just seems like, what a coincidence, right? I got to be honest with you, Erica. It just seems like, what a coincidence that now that all this stuff is happening with him, you don't know anything and he was terrible to you. I can't fully buy it. I can't fully buy it. Not Kim changing her number and Kyle finding out about it on camera. Kathy, when Kyle was talking about Kim and Kyle was just like, oh, I've been trying to reach Kim. And Kathy was like, oh, she changed her number. Not you finding out that your sister changed her number on camera. How did you not know that? I will say this, Kim and Kyle fall out a lot. And I think, Kyle, it's because a lot of your concern sounds like shade, right? Because on this episode, Kyle is just like, could you imagine, not having your husband, or a man that you're dating being there with you or your kids? Like, we're so lucky. We have our husbands and our kids, but Kim doesn't have any of that. So I'm so concerned and worried for her. Sound like shade. It sounds like you're shading your sister. So I can understand why she falls out with you a lot, because your concern just is always cloaked in shade. So I'm not surprised that she changed her number and probably blocked you and Mauricio and you had no idea. Let's get into everything that Erica Jane has done to her apartment, her home that she is renting from Tom's good friends, who are now being subpoenaed by the court because the lawyers who are suing Tom's estate can now go after what Erica has, and they're subpoenaing all of that information because they want to know how Erica got this home from Tom's best friends, and how is she paying for it? If so, if it comes that she's paying for that apartment out of the stolen funds, for that, not that apartment, her home, if it comes out that she's paying for that home out of her stolen funds, they're taking that too, or putting her out. You know what I mean? Girl, this is messy. But I just want to say this. The reason why I said that is because Erica is doing a lot of stuff to this home that, sis, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to stay in. And you're also renting. But I think it's just more of an LA thing, because I could never imagine doing what I see people do to their apartments or their places, the homes that they're renting out here in LA. Like people take out walls, put in new flooring, put in new countertops, put in dishwashers. They do all of this stuff out here in LA. And I don't know why. You're a renter. Like, I don't know where you're adding value to a property that you do not own. It's really a huge LA thing because I think a lot of out here is keeping up with the Joneses and faking it till you make it and making these homes that people are renting look like you actually own them. Because wouldn't you think that if you're knocking out walls, putting in new countertops, that you actually own that place? Right. So I think it's just a flexing thing, but I don't know why I do know why she's doing all of that work to that home. Unfortunately, I think it's not going to work in her favor. I think she's going to add value to a property that she's not going to be able to stay in for much longer. Unfortunate. Hey, Miss Chris. Miss Chris said, this is for getting me hooked on the Real Housewives. I only watch it now for your reviews. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Chris. Thank you so much. What else did I want to talk about with this episode? Again, this I talked about it in my last review, but I'm always so bothered by how all of the ladies are making it seem normal that Scott is dating 37-year-old Scott is dating 19-year-old Amelia, and how they are, because when all the ladies went over to rent his house for dinner with Harry, they were all like trying to make sense of it and being like, oh, I married an older guy, and like trying to give like, you know, similar scenarios to them and how, you know, they dated older men and how it worked out for them. And I'm just like, the only reason why you guys are doing this, one, is because not only is Scott connected, Scott comes from money, and he's also connected to those Kardashians, all things that these ladies aspire to have on their own, right? I honestly feel like if Scott was some broke actor who had no money, no connections, was out here trying to make it, or if he was just some regular dude who was like a night shift manager at Rite Aid, they would be calling him a creepy predator. But because he has money and some kind of status, all of a sudden it's okay and it's acceptable, and they're trying to get Harry and Lisa to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's very elitist and ugly, and I think it's bothering me because I feel like so many women protect predators in our communities because of status. And I don't think it'll be the same if Scott did not have that status. I honestly think if Scott was just some regular, poor, working class guy, he would be considered a predator, and they would make this whole relationship a scandal and a storyline this season. It's ugly. She's 19. She doesn't need to be with somebody 37 years old. And you, as women who know exactly what this child is going through, not child, but, you know, she's 19, but still, you know that this girl was groomed. If not by Scott, by her mother. You know what this is. And to sit on camera and make it seem acceptable because it worked out for you, because you were able to marry into money from an older guy, it's still the same thing. Bothers me a lot that they're going to try to make this okay. Hey, New Mommy D, thank you for the super chat. New Mommy D said, Erica's brave, remodeling with them people's money. I would have been on TV with a Hyundai and in a studio apartment, okay? I would have been in a hostel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Alex, I absolutely think that, I don't think that Lisa has a hand in this, but I think that she admires Kris Jenner. And I think that she's okay. Oh my God, I thought there was a spider on my wall, baby. I was about to get out of here. I think she's more than okay with her daughter dating Scott Disick, who is attached to the Kardashians. Welcome to Hollywood. Welcome to Hollywood. Not two billionaires, no, not two multimillionaires and one billionaire splitting a gift for Garcelle. So Lisa gives, Garcelle this birthday cake and tells all the ladies to bring gifts to celebrate her birthday because Lisa really wants to make up with Garcelle because Garcelle is done with her because of how she did Denise. Understandable. So to make up with her, she wants to, show her that she really cares about her as a friend. She's bringing up memories that they had at her home. She's giving her a birthday cake, singing happy birthday to her. And the ladies are giving her gifts. But the thing that took me out was, what was it? Crystal, Kathy, and it was one more person. Was it Dorit? They all split this gift to give to Garcelle. And I was just like, Kathy, you're a whole billionaire. You're splitting gifts with people. Oh my God. But anyway, Crystal, Garcelle got a lot of great gifts. Y'all know I love me some Sutton. I couldn't agree with her in this moment. Here is why. Sutton, Garcelle was supposed to be your good Judy. Why the hell are you making a celebration that is about her, about you? As everybody is giving her gifts and loving on Garcelle, Sutton is sitting there starting to cry. Cal notices. She asks Sutton what's up, and Sutton is just like, I can't be fake and I can't be around people that I hate. That's good to know, right? This ain't about you. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that she stole focus. I didn't like that she made this fun moment that was about Garcelle. All these women are loving on Garcelle and celebrating her, and you had to steal that attention with something that was so petty. I hope this doesn't go throughout the season. I'm glad that Sutton and Crystal are buddies again. Not buddies again. I'm glad that they have made up and they're really, really friendly. You can tell they said that they made up. Crystal was just like, I'm not mad at her. It was 10 months ago. So they're in a really good place. And I'm glad that they're there. However, I just hope that this storyline does not go throughout the season, because it's not interesting enough to hold me for any more episodes, right? Was Crystal correct about the definition for the word violate? Absolutely. Did she exaggerate to different people every time she talked about Sutton walking in on her? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if Crystal said that she felt violated, she felt violated. She still over exaggerated what actually happened. Can Sutton be upset about the word violated? Absolutely. Is Sutton really milking the hell out of this? Absolutely. I'm glad that like I said before, I'm glad that these two have made up and that they're actually buddies, because they're two sides of the same coin. I think that Crystal and Sutton have more in common than they have not in common. I think they pretty much handle things the same way. I think that Crystal is a little better at getting under Sutton's skin, because Sutton is very emotional and Crystal is not. So when Sutton was being very emotional and crying about things that Crystal was saying about her, and demanding an apology, and Crystal looked at her with all those tears and she was just like, no, I felt violated, and that is what violate means. An invasion of somebody. She invaded my privacy. I'm not apologizing to her. I apologize that you felt that way, but I'm not apologizing to you. And then that little laugh that she did. Y'all don't listen. Let me tell you this, right? Crystal, the people who don't like Crystal don't like the fact that she doesn't back down. And I think y'all do not like the fact, not everybody, I think y'all do not like the fact that this new girl on this show has come in and stood her ground. And she is not backing down. Even when an OG tries to get her together, not that Sutton is an OG, but she's been here longer than her. But she is not, like Ebony, she is not going to allow herself to get hazed. She's not apologizing. And she's standing on it. And no matter what all the OGs or the girls who have been there longer than her have to say about it, she's not backing down. And that's the thing. I think the people who don't like her want her to fall in line, and it's just not going to happen, which is why I like her on this show. She has her moments where she falls in line. That bothers me, because just like how I thought with Erica Jane, I think that she can actually be a leader on this show, but it is what it is. I like Crystal for the show. I really, really do. I think Crystal is Beverly Hills, and I think she represents the show great, just like all the other ladies. Dorit, you're in trouble, because I keep on forgetting that you're here. You're in trouble, sis. You are in trouble. You better turn it up this season. If not on the show, you better turn it up on a blog. You better turn it up on Instagram. You better start a beef with somebody on Twitter, because girl, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I forgot you were on this show. That's not good. That is not good. That's all I wanted to talk about with them. I'm going to put on my timer. We're going to talk about these ladies for 10 minutes, and then we're going to get into Rhony. Rhony. Yeah, that's what I like about her too, Shonda, because that's the way that you battle somebody like Sutton. Sutton was very emotional all over the place, and Crystal was just like, and I think that's what pissed Sutton off. Because, wait a minute, I'm talking. You don't want to get me angry. Doing all of that and the tears, and Crystal is just like, all right, I'll wait for you to be done. She can't take that because she wants Crystal to get emotional and start, going back and forth with her like she was going, back and forth with Crystal and giving her the same emotion. And, I think Sutton likes to battle in chaos, and Crystal is the opposite of that in a disagreement. And I just think that because Sutton wasn't getting the energy that she was giving to Crystal, it was defeating her. And Crystal knew. Every time Crystal smirked or did a little chuckle, she knew what she was doing. Baby, it was good TV. Baby, it was good TV because we ended this episode with Sutton, we ended this episode with Crystal saying, "You're jealous, period." And then Sutton running out, "I'm not jealous. What am I jealous of? Your ugly leather pants?" That's how you end it. That is how you end the show and give us a to be continued. That is the housewife mess that we are interested in seeing. So I like them. I like this cast. I really, really do. It's just I'm kind of nervous for Dorit. I think everybody else, if they, give these ladies a bit more time outside of the pandemic to work together, and I think you all will, start to enjoy this cast as well. Even Crystal. Even Crystal. I will say this, those who do not like her, I would say examine a bit more why you don't, because we got to be real here. Hate is taught. Even in places where you don't think it's being taught, examine that. Just make sure you have issues with her because of what she actually did and not because of what you perceive for her to have done because of what she looks like or the culture she comes from. Examine that. We all got to do it. We all have to do it. We live in a very racist and prejudiced society. We all have to do the work daily. So no judgment. Do the work and make sure. And if you still arrive at where you're at about Crystal, there it is. You just don't like her. You just can't rock with her. She's so good. Kathy is so good for this show. My English friend over here. And they told her, they said, Kathy, she's from Connecticut. Even Dorit said, Kathy, I'm from Connecticut. And Kathy just kept on going. Wait, can Kathy not hear as well? I know Kathy says she has a problem seeing. She's far nearsighted or something. But does she also have a problem with hearing? Because Kathy be saying stuff and people correct her and Kathy just go on like she didn't hear them say it. Hey, Thomasina. Why would you call her that? It is a heated argument. Sutton is crying. Crystal is raising her voice. Kathy, who's Hunky Dory? Ma'am, where are you? Where are you? But I love her for the show because she's such a light-hearted moment every time. Every time it's some chaos, Kathy will be in the middle and she'll either be filing her nails or saying something so off the wall. You'll be like, Kathy, what? Because all the ladies looked at Kathy like, okay, girl. Who's Hunky Dory? Where is Kathy? Where is Kathy? She's so good for the show. Kathy, to me, is what Nivea is to BET's Encore. Just that off-the-wall, fun, quirky character that in the midst of all the chaos that's happening in the show, the camera and audio guy knows to go to this character because you will find a light-hearted comedic moment that balances out the mess that you were singing. Great for this show. great for this show. She is such a great pick, and baby, I will say it. I was wrong. I was wrong to not want her on the show. So wrong. She is defying the odds, baby. Defying the odds. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Alex. Kathy called Sutton Thomasina for no reason. Me too. I agree with you, Morgan. Morgan said, now I like Crystal, but I don't think Sutton is jealous of her. Why would, I don't know. Crystal didn't explain, so I don't know what she thinks that Sutton is jealous of. I don't know what she thinks. I don't know what she thinks. Alex said she's excited for, is excited for Dorit's bridal collection. I don't know what that thing is going to look like. I got to be honest with you. When she said she's doing a bridal collection, I'm like, really? Because even Dorit said, I don't know anything about a bridal collection. I can't get mad at the woman for taking opportunities that present themselves to her, but you just can't, you just can't jump into bridal like you're Vera Wang. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have to, like, you're going from bathing suits to actual wedding dresses. Okay, girl, I want to see it. I want to see it. I just hope it doesn't give me scammer tease because, listen, I like Dorit. I'm nervous for her on this show because she is, I don't remember her. I'm not remembering her in scenes and on the show. I will say that she does give fashion, right? For me, she gives Philadelphia scammer fashion. So I don't know what these dresses are going to look like. It's giving me, David's bridal. I'm hoping, no shade to David's bridal, no shade. But I just don't know if she could bring it. We will see. I can be wrong. I can be wrong. We will see. But I'm just like, Dorit and bridal. I don't see it. I'm interested to see. Hopefully she'll be on next season and we'll be able to see her through that journey. If she's not a friend of the show, because girl, where are you? I'm nervous, Dorit. I'm nervous for you and Cynthia. Oh, is that what you think it is, Kyle? Kyle said, I agree. Sutton felt super uncomfortable that she was the only one who didn't give a gift, and that triggered her. Really? Because I was wondering why Sutton didn't have the gift. Wasn't she there when Lisa Rinna said, bring a gift? So why didn't she do it? Especially if Garcelle is your good Judy. Lovely like you are said, I think Crystal just said that to rile Sutton up because it's the easiest way to upset a rich white woman. Probably. Oh, y'all think she was jealous of the gifts? I didn't see it like that. But now I can. Good discussion. Let's move on to Rhony. Because we still have like 3 more shows to get through, guys. We gotta get through this. Let's get through Rhony. Rhony didn't give me much. So we're probably not gonna spend a lot of time on that. Also, replay gang, give me about 15 to 20 minutes so I can put the timestamps in this video. Just so you know, because a lot of y'all ask as soon as I put the video up, you guys are like, hey, Nikki, where are the timestamps, baby? I just got finished being on live. Give your girl a second. Let's get into Rhony. So Ebony takes Sonia to a matchmaker. The girl Devin, she's always on the Wendy Williams show. I like this. I told you guys, I like the relationship that Ebony and Sonia are building. I really, really do. I think that what they have is real, and I like seeing it come together. So this whole scene for me was cute. It was really, really cute. I will also say that when Sonia got to the matchmaker Ebony told the matchmaker, she was just like, listen, Sonia married the bank, basically. She can't go back to dating somebody who, I wouldn't say making that same amount of money, but she's going to have to date a man with money. And I absolutely agree, because, and it's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing that she's not interested in a man who doesn't make a lot of money. She has dated men who are wealthy. She was married to the bank. She lives a certain lifestyle, a money kind of lifestyle. And she should be able to say that she wants a partner who can keep her in that lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that men who don't make money are not good enough for her. It just means that Sonia wants what she wants. And she wants to continue the lifestyle that she has. So she is looking for a partner who can provide that. Nothing wrong with that. Didn't have a problem with that at all. I did have a problem with the fact that she said that her age limit was open. But no, she didn't have an age limit. That was the problem. Sonia, you don't need to be with nobody in their 20s. You don't need to be with a man in his 30s. You don't need to be with a man in his 40s. You need to be with a man mid 50s and up. That's where you need to be. I'm going to be real with you, ma'am. A millionaire in his 20s or 30s, a millionaire, billionaire, whoever, somebody from pedigree is not going to want to be in a relationship with a woman, even if she's wealthy, who is in her late 50s. Like, you just have to be realistic, especially if you want a man who has money and can provide for you. If you are going to be dating somebody in their 20s, you are going to be dating a gigolo. You are absolutely going to be a cougar. He is absolutely going to be using you as his sugar mama. Girl, you got to wake up. You have to start dating within your age range. You really, really do. If you want the real deal. If you don't, all right, you better get some money and start taking care of them little boys. You know what I mean? I love how Leah has this trip, right, where she's taking all the ladies up to Salem. But what I want to talk about with this is that I love how Leah so obviously let us know that the show created this trip and not her, because Leah gets on the tour bus and she's like, oh my gosh, we have this. Oh my gosh, we have this. And then the ladies start coming on the bus and she starts discovering things about this bus that they're taking up to Salem with the ladies. And I'm like, Leah, if this was a trip that you planned, you ain't know what was on this tour bus? She was so mesmerized that the show got her this tour bus. I was just like, well, thanks for breaking the fourth wall and solidifying the fact that we all know that these are planned, scheduled trips that the show put together, and the ladies have nothing to do with it other than to lie and say that they're actually going to be the host when the show is actually hosting the trip. I really like Bershawn. She's fun, she's positive, and she is exactly what this show needs. She's a good time girl. She's a good time girl. And next episode, when she says that the ladies are boring, I absolutely believe her, because since Bershawn has been here, she has not had any fun. The ladies just do not have fun. And I think they need somebody like that. I hope at some point throughout the season that Bershawn is able to have an event or host a trip that was put together by the show, because I think it'll be fun seeing her bring the ladies out of darkness and to like light and have a really fun, good time. I like her energy that she brings to the show. Listen, I am a very open, liberal person. Like I told you, I am a Black millennial Christian, Black millennial liberal Christian. So I'm open to a lot of things, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't play with spirits and I don't play with demons. This Salem trip, if I was on this show, I would have missed it. I would have missed it. They get to this hotel that they're staying at. The lady who was hosting the hotel manager or whatever is just like, oh, this is where witches were slaughtered. Before we take you to your rooms, let's pray to the Dark Lord. What in the Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Netflix is going on here? I was like, oh no. When they was doing that prayer, I muted my TV. I said, the devil is a lie and the truth ain't in them. You won't be releasing them demons into my room. I'm now let me tell you something. This would have been one group trip where I would have been like, I'm good. I'll stay at the Ritz-Carlton downtown and I will meet the ladies for dessert, because ain't no way that I'm having dinner in a tattoo shop. Don't seem sanitary to me. don't seem sanitary to me. This trip was weird, very weird, especially for the Real Housewives of New York. Why would y'all pick this trip? The show, I don't know why the show was just like Salem witch trials. Let's have the ladies of the Real Housewives of New York. Let's have them go up to Salem and, sleep at a haunted hotel. I mean, I just don't think it's their speed. I don't think it's really them. I think this would have been something fun for maybe the Jersey ladies, maybe OC, but New York, Beverly Hills, definitely not Atlanta, definitely not Potomac, which I am so happy is coming back. I just think this was the wrong trip for this cast. Also because I feel like these ladies have no idea what they were playing with, right? They all go to their rooms. They're all saging their rooms. They don't know what the hell they're doing with the sage. Just, chasing the demons all around their room. They don't know what's going on, what they're lighting, what doors they're opening, what demons they're calling up. Just all kinds of craziness. All kinds of craziness. I said, so this trip is going to get even crazier because they letting all kinds of demons into this group. It'll make for good TV. Anyway, Ebony. This is the thing. I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? I've always been. Ebony, you are very preachy. You are. And I try to choose my words wisely and softly for Ebony because the fan base is turning against her, right? They're saying that she shouldn't be on the show, that she brings the show down. I don't believe that. I do feel like I said before, and I've been saying it, and I'm never going to back down from that. It's not because she's not a good person. It's not because I do not like her. I think that she is too highbrow for this low-brow show. Ebony, I think you are exactly where you need to be in New York City. I think you're on the wrong show with this cast of women. I think the perfect place for you is The View. They have an opening. If they come a knocking, girl, if the phone is ringing and Whoopi is on the other end, you better answer that damn phone. That is where you need to be. You need to be on The View, not the Real Housewives of New York. You're not a lowbrow person. You're just not a lowbrow person. You have been very preachy. You have been very teachy. And these ladies get together to have fun. They do not get together to learn anything. This is not the show to do that. This is Bravo, not PBS. And unfortunately, you're taking offense thinking that they don't want to learn about your culture. But if you're inviting me to a night in Harlem, would not expect that I'm going to be learning about Madam CJ Walker. Like, you're telling me to put on, my freakum dress and come to Harlem for a nice, private dinner. I'm thinking I'm going to be dipping in and doing it and having a good time in Harlem, not thinking that I'm going to be in your African American studies class. Mama, you got to lighten up. You got to lighten up. And I don't think it's fair that you're making these ladies seem ignorant because they don't want to, be in your African American studies class. We, the viewers, don't want to be in it. And some of us are Black. Like, it's not, I just think that you can, like, the argument that she made when she was in the Hamptons, she called all of that correctly, right? I think she's calling Harlem incorrectly by saying that the ladies don't want to be open and by saying that the ladies won't accept her Blackness. And yeah, not with the Harlem situation. The Harlem situation, you were doing a lot. You were doing the most. It was even uncomfortable for Bashan, who was Black. It was uncomfortable for me watching it. I would, it just, like I said, I would have faked vertigo and left as well. They want to have fun. They want to get to know you, who is a Black person. They don't know anything about you, but the African American history that you teach to them. You're selling yourself short. I think you're a very interesting person, and they don't know any of that because you are choosing to teach these women who don't want to be taught. They keep on telling you, and you don't listen. You just get angry and say that they're being, that they're not accepting what you're giving out because they just want to have a good time. And that's what this show is. It's a good time show. It's a good time train wreck. It's not PBS. I still like Ebony. I think she's great for The View. I think the Real Housewives of New York is not where she needs to be, or any reality TV show, to be quite honest with you. Hey, sup people. Some people said Jersey. Oh, you know what? You're right. Some people said Jersey is Italian Catholic. They're scared of spirits too. But aren't they big in like fortune tellers and things like that? I think they're real. I stand by that. I think the Jersey girls would have a better time with it than this cast. Thank you so much, sup people. Even Leah, who was your ally on this show, Ebony, is getting tired. Like the conversation that they were having right before dinner. I get that Ebony was bothered by Ramona. But I'm not siding with Ramona, but I have to be honest. Ramona said, I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to be taught. I don't want to be educated. I just want to have a good time. If she keeps on telling you that, at some point you have to respect it. She's not rejecting your blackness. She's rejecting the lessons that you are trying to teach to her. And the women who like you are only accepting it because they don't want to upset you. But them not wanting to be taught every time they hang out is not racist. It's not. That is just my opinion on it. But although I agree with Bershan, right, I disagree with her black explaining Ebony to these women. I think that she was not there, so she could not speak on this situation, the relationships that Ebony has with these ladies. And I think that the same way I felt about Crystal on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, when you, as a person of color, in this instance, we have a black woman who is trying to interpret a situation she did not experience, did not see, two white women who the black person said is offending them by rejecting what she's giving out. Whether you agree or disagree, Bershan, I still don't think it is your place to speak on it and then try to interpret what Ebony is saying and explain it to these women, and then try to explain the women to Ebony. Just because you weren't there, you don't have everything. You're being brought on this show by Ramona, who's putting you in this place because she does not want you to seem racist. So you're already on this show through problematic means, right? I like Bershan. I really, really do. I don't like that. And I feel like she's going to give me this. I just don't need for you to be the All Lives Matter black character on this show. And I feel like that's what you're giving me. I feel like you're trying to be real PC about a situation that ain't PC. I still like her though. I still like her, but she should have never encroached on Ebony's opinion like that. I agree with Ebony in that moment. Ebony, go to The View. Go to The View. That's all I wanted to talk about. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Ooh, Nikki. Hey, sis. Said I felt the exact same way about the Dark Lord business. I was like, you starting off wrong with me. This is where witches were slaughtered. And before you go to your room, let's pray to the Dark Lord. Okay. Let me get my stuff. Production, book me at the Ritz-Carlton. I'm not staying here. No. I'm an open person, but nope. Praying to the who? No, that's okay. Cover us with your dark shadow wings. What? Do y'all know what y'all were saying? Hell no. Hell no. Hey, hit me, Brittany. Whitney Brittany said, I feel like Ebony is poking and prodding the OGs on some intellectual stuff. She knows that they can't argue with her. I do wish she would tone it down a bit. I agree. And again, I'm not saying that what Ebony is saying is not relevant, it's not important. I'm saying that's great for a different show. This is the formula of the show. You're trying to change something that does not need to be changed. You're on the show because the show found you interesting. And let's be honest, you're Black. They wanted to have diversity, and you are the diversity. You don't have to teach us about being Black. You're Black. Just exist. Just exist. There's nothing wrong with just existing. Yes, and I do agree that Ebony didn't start it, right? So I'm not like downing Ebony or anything like that. I do agree that she didn't start it, but it's still, she's still on that hill where it's, no, I'm here to teach you. I am glad that she was just like, I want to show the ladies who I really am now. I want to let them know that I can have fun, that I don't have to teach them all the time. I'm glad that she has finally gotten there. I hope she stays true to her word, because if not, girl, it's going to be a rocky road for you. Me too. I miss Tinsley. I miss Dorinda. For me, that was New York. That was New York. Ebony, I don't know, sis. I think you're New York, but I think you're New York view. You're highbrow. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, that's Bianca. Bianca said it should happen organically. That's where it is. Thank you for explaining it for me, Bianca. It should happen organically. She needs to just get to know them. Absolutely. Just let it happen organically. You keep on bringing up these lessons, and it's not landing because the ladies aren't there yet. There's not a door that's being opened to have that conversation. You are forcing open the door and making everybody uncomfortable and bored. You're just draining the fun out of this show. I like you for the view. Miss Brown Sugar says, see, I'm okay with how Ebony gets down. Talking about history and culture is her thing. Absolutely. And that's one way to be Black. It's just not the only way. I absolutely agree. My only issue is that the people that you keep on. I got to move out of this place. Justin Bieber's tether has just moved next door, and ever since he's moved into this apartment complex, a terror. That's him tearing up the hallway right now. Anyway, I just think if the people you're trying to teach said, hey, I don't want to be taught, I don't want to have this conversation right now, you have to respect it and not say, oh, you're rejecting my who I am as a Black woman. No, they're not. They're just saying, I don't want to have this conversation right now. You can't respect that. I don't know. I just feel like she's not trying. I feel like her argument is if they don't want to talk about being Black or Black history right now, that they're aligning themselves with white supremacy. Girl, what? These hoes align themselves with money. They don't care where it comes from, okay? They would get onto something rich and Black just as fast as they'll get onto something rich and white. These ladies are about the money. These are old hoes. Let's be real. Let's be real. They was tricking before you was born, Ebony. Stay woke. Stay woke. I think Candace said something. What did Candace say? Oh, Candace, I'm sorry. I want to pick your comment. Oh, yeah. Candace Reynolds said the View is going to replace Megan with another conservative. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ebony, listen, it was getting Ebony together. They was just like, didn't you support Trump? Your mother's conservative and she voted for Trump. They did some research on Ebony. I think that Ebony would be, I don't know if she's liberal, right? I think that Ebony would be a good conservative voice. A Black conservative. That'd be very interesting. A Black conservative voice. I think she'd be good. But I do agree they're probably going to go with another. out and proud, loud and wrong conservative. Nikki, what brand of collagen water do you drink? Please and thank you. Hey, Chocolate Capricorn. What is the collagen water I drink is, hold on. Because I just got a new one. The one I drink is this one. It's coming up. Vital proteins, collagen peptides. Right here. Vital proteins, collagen peptides. I either get it from Marshall's, which is like always deeply discounted, or Whole Foods. Whole Foods. It does wonders. Does wonders. Simply someone will say, y'all can stay in that cabin. My behind is staying at the Intercontinental Hotel. Okay. Okay. Candace also said, I think she feels a way being a part of an all-white cast who have no black friends. It's probably uncomfortable. Couldn't be me. I absolutely agree that she probably feels that way. Then say no to the job. Like, you knew what it was. That's the thing. Like, you knew what it was coming onto the show. You said you watched previous seasons to be prepared for this. So you knew what it was. You knew what you were getting yourself into. Just exist. That's what I would want for her. But, you know, how she goes about it is how she goes about it. Anyway, we're done. That's it. That's over. Let's move on to one of my favorite shows right now, BET's The Encore. This show is going to make me watch Sisters. It's going to make me watch Sisters because my DVR records like the last couple of minutes of Sisters, and I'm telling you, I howl every time. What in the hell is that show, and what is going on? That gay guy is hilarious. You backstabbing gutter snipe. The fight scenes, like everything is just, is it supposed to be hilarious? Because it's hilarious. That this show, Encore, is going to make me watch Sisters. My mother would be so pleased. She would be so pleased. I don't understand what's going on. I feel like there's a lot going on with the editing here, and I think we're missing a lot because now Aubrey is buddying up to 702. Weren't you just buddies with the twins, the Tiny Terrors? Weren't you just buddies with them and trying to get 702 off the record and out the house? Now you and 702 are close and you and the twins are at it? How did we get here so quickly? These relationships change every episode and I'm just so confused. I'm like, how are you and Maisha now like this? And you and Irish, what? You said they couldn't sing. You were agreeing with the twins that they can't sing and they shouldn't be on songs. Now you two are like having confessionals together and chitting and chatting about what's going on in the house and all sisterly. And okay, it's very, very confusing. And Aubrey, you can't have a problem with the group name Blueprint if you weren't there to pick the group name. Because I had a little problem with her dragging the Blueprint's name when once she wasn't there to give her opinion on the name or even give a suggestion of a name. And also, you were part of a group called Dumb Blonde, and you got a problem with the Blueprint? Girl. So we have a new queen. The new queen is Lamisha. She became a queen by default because it was a tie between Aubrey, Fallon, and Lamisha. So because Aubrey was the queen, she had to pick the queen. She was the deciding factor. And she picked Lamisha as the queen because she didn't want to be the queen anymore. She didn't enjoy it. And she does not all of a sudden like Fallon. So she didn't want her to be the queen. And that pisses Fallon off. And because Fallon is pissed off because she is not queen, she decides to, her and the Tiny Terror, the other Tiny Terror, just decides to make the house unbearable. With that being said, Aubrey, you threw Elijah under the bus because we all watched that scene. Elijah knew that something was going on with you. He knew that something was going on in the house. He came to talk to you about what was going on because you were the queen. Elijah was not being messy. He came in to talk to you because you were the queen and he wanted to know what was going on because he's here to produce a song and he doesn't know what's going on. He hears from you that the twins are talking about that he's not a hit maker or whatever. So he got offended and said some things out of offense because of what you said. When you take it back to the Tiny Terrors, you're saying that he was doing all of this and he was going off, and you completely exaggerated what actually happened and made him seem like he was being aggressive and saying these mean things about the twins when all he did was state facts. When all he did was say, I don't know why they don't want me to like be a part of this or write anything. I have hits. This is what I do. No shade to the twins, but they don't have my resume. And that's just the truth. The way Aubrey recanted, not recanted, but the way she retold that story, girl, we have footage. We saw what happened. And it was not that. Having said that, Elijah, as the producer, you should not be in all this mess that's going on in the house. I think because Elijah got offended because of what the twins said, he or what he was told by Aubrey that the twins said, he got a little messy. He got into the mix, and that is not your role, Elijah. I agree with you. I agree that you are a hit maker. You were stating facts, and you honestly went there to help the situation, to figure out what was going on with Aubrey because she was the queen. She did pull you into this mess, but I felt like Elijah could have handled this situation a bit better. So because Fallon is not the queen, she continues to complain about not being the queen, although she says she doesn't care about being the queen. But while the ladies are writing their song and sitting down with Elijah, she says, you guys should have made me the queen because I would have had all this together. While Lamisha is there, and Lamisha takes that as an insult because it was. And then Fallon is just like, oh no, it wasn't an insult, but that is the truth. What the twins, I don't get them. Because they are not aware. Because even when I watch some of their lives, they're not aware that they are extremely combative. And I think they're not aware that they're extremely combative because they get over things very easily, right? They will fight with you. They will cuss you out. But then like right after that, they will apologize and they will say great things about you and they will defend you to other people. Remember, Keely was so confused. She was just like, I'm really confused because just a couple of minutes ago, you were calling me out my name. You were calling me a B and all kinds of things and saying you didn't like me and that I wasn't doing a good job. And now you're here apologizing to me, encouraging me and telling me that you like me. I'm very confused. Who wouldn't be? Because I'm confused by the twins. They get very angry really fast. And then all of a sudden they're done. And they're like, hey guys, let's come together. We're great. We can do this. What the hell is going on? How do you switch so fast? How do you guys like cause such chaos and then get over it and want to be hunky-dory with everybody and being weirded out that everybody is weirded out by your behavior? It's completely confusing. Completely confusing. Pam, very unique voice. Very unique voice. And I'm really glad that she's on this show because she still got it. She still got it. I'm telling you, if these ladies can get behind or get through their issues, they're going to have a great album. They're going to have a great album. This has absolutely nothing to do with everything, but everything to do with the fact that I had no idea. Shamari and Rhony have been married for 15 years. What? That don't make no sense to me. They have to be exaggerating. They've been together for 15 years? Ain't Shamari like 35? Something off. The math not mathing. The math not mathing. I was just like, when she was like, happy 15-year anniversary, I was like, to who? Your parents? Not you and Rhony. not the shoulders, not the shoulder couple. 15 years? You gave all your 20s to Rhony DeVoe. All right. Congrats. Okay. Before we get into the end of this episode, do you guys know where Aubrey got her waist trainer? Because let me tell you something. That waist trainer is doing what it needs to do. Aubrey body be all big and everything, and no shade to the big girls. I'm one of them, okay? So I can say this. But, you know, everything be big up here, and that waist be right here, snatched all together. Where'd she get that from? Because I'm fitting to be snatched too. That's a good little waist trainer. So we have this thing where Aubrey she feels unappreciated. And so she disappears. She takes her bed. They don't know where she goes. She comes back. And now the twins are happy to see her. Like she disappears. Nobody knows where Aubrey went. She comes back. She sees Keely. She squashes it with Keely. One of the tiny terrors walks into the kitchen and they're like, hey, oh my God. And Aubrey's like, hey. And then I think it was Fallon who said, oh, I'm so glad that you're back. This makes me feel good now. I'm happy that you're back. What? How are you happy that she's back? You said that she was dividing everybody in the house. Anyway, Aubrey comes back after she disappeared. Nobody knows what she wants. She just said that she needed to get away for a moment. As soon as Aubrey comes back, they start working on, because the next challenge that they have to do is they have to have a listening party with their old, some of their former members of the groups that they used to be a part of. So they're getting the listening playlist together, and Aubrey is, she gets right back to work, right? I don't know what Carlos King said to her, but Aubrey goes right back to work. She's working on a playlist for one of the twins, and they're getting everything together, and everything is fine. Hunky-dory, everybody's happy. Then one of the tiny terrorists who was in there helping Aubrey with the playlist tells the other tiny terror that they had that the song that she wrote, they wanted to go somewhere within the playlist, and she was upset because she said that the song wasn't ready. So then they get into it. They have a whole argument, but then they make up later after that. And then they come to the conclusion that the reason that they were having an argument about the song is because of Aubrey. So they then went from being mad at each other to now they're mad at Aubrey. And then next week they're going to be mad at Elijah. And then next week they're going to be mad at the other producer. It's you guys. You guys are the problem. I'm like, how did y'all come to the conclusion that Aubrey was the problem? How? Even the sister, I think it was Fallon, who was there helping Aubrey with the list. How are you still trying to blame Aubrey and make it seem like she's trying to sabotage you when your own sister was there saying that this is where the song should go? They are chaos. Those twins are chaos because they turned that house upside down. Upside down. Everybody was angry. Everybody was fighting them because of the energy that they brought. Now they decided that because nobody agrees with them, that Aubrey was trying to sabotage the girl that wrote the song. Now they're all mad and they leave, and they're not going to be on the songs. They're not going to write. They're not going to vocal produce anymore. I cannot imagine being in that house with them. They are complete chaos. Every episode, it's them. And they keep on trying to put it on Aubrey. Aubrey left, came back, still was creative directoring. Keely, who knows what the hell she was doing? What is Keely doing? Nobody knows. But she left, came back, and was getting stuff together, working with everybody. How did y'all make her the problem? I don't think the problem is the twins. It's the tiny terrors. They are the problem in the house. I hope they all finally get it. Except for Nivea. Nivea will never get it. Because while all of the argument is going on, the twins is arguing with the producers, then they're arguing with Aubrey, then they're arguing with everybody else in the house. Pam leaves because she can't take the energy. Nivea is sitting over there like, I just want them to be done because I want to get a snack. Nivea is the Kathy Hilton of this show. She is the comedic relief of this show. She is the Kathy Hilton of Encore. Just fun, quirky, and oblivious. All of this fighting is going on, and Nivea is like, I want a snack. I want them to be done so I can go to the kitchen and get a snack. She's the best thing that ever happened to the show. I love Nivea. I don't know if they're going to switch it up every season, but I would love for Nivea to come back. Anyway, the episode ends with the twins storming off again, and it seems like they're going to do it again next episode. I will say this, like what I said about Elijah. Aubrey was absolutely wrong in my opinion. She absolutely over-exaggerated the conversation that she had with Elijah and the energy that he was giving her. He was not giving her that energy. I will say that the energy that he gave Aubrey now to make her leave again, I got it, right? I understood her feeling some way because I didn't like how Elijah was talking to her because Aubrey was not giving him what he was giving her. I know he felt like she was lying and, playing both sides. I honestly get that. But Elijah, that is not your position in this scheme of things, right? In the grand scheme of things. You're supposed to be bringing everybody together, right? You're supposed to be above this nonsense, especially since you have a penis, because I still don't understand why he brings up him having a penis and not a vagina. That's why he can't have a dick measuring contest with these women because they have vaginas. What the hell does that mean? It just was irrelevant, right? But since you have a penis, since you have a cock, why are you getting into it with Aubrey? Since your penis makes you above this, why are you in her face? Because you're being messy. I agree with Aubrey leaving. I would, regardless of how he identifies or whatever, you are still a man. You have identified on this show to me as a man. Why are you talking to her like that? I didn't like it. And I like Elijah, but I just did not like how he was talking to Aubrey. And I understood her being triggered by that. That happens. You know what I mean? Like, no woman wants a man jumping up in her face and, being very aggressive and nasty, because it's very triggering. And a lot of times it's scary because we know what men are capable of doing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. How about you guys? What did you guys think of this episode? Free Will 126 said their editing is so messed up with this show. They went from only having 2 songs at the beginning of the show to 6 songs at the end. Yeah, the editing is off. We're missing a lot. Miss Brown Sugar said these girls be smoking like they just finished a 12-hour shift at the Ford plant, not depending on their actual voices for livelihood. What are y'all doing to yourselves? Absolutely. I agree. Bria Ellis said, someone said she looks like the bride of Chucky. Who, Aubrey? It's not my body, so it's not my place to say anything. My only opinion is I believe that Aubrey didn't need any of the stuff that she did. I felt like Aubrey was beautiful before, but if she's happy where she's at, then that's where she's at. Black Lavender said Fallon and Felicia said that they were the only engineers in the house that knew how to work the studio equipment, which has been proven to not be true because we have seen the ladies in the studios without her, without the Tiny Terrors, actually working equipment, actually like getting stuff done. So that's not true. And I don't believe for one second that Aubrey doesn't know how to do that, right? I've seen a lot of the ladies in the studios without the Tiny Terrors, and they've been doing it. I don't get them. Oh, Shamari is 42. Oh, wow. Shamari, you're 42. You do not give mature woman, right? I feel like Shamari just gives me, like oblivious 22-year-old all the time. She's so has, very what? I'm 42? Wow, Shamari. I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed that Shamari is 42. Hey, Miss Brown Brown Sugar said these. Oh, I got this one. I got this one. Hey, it's Kima. It's Kima said, did they have footage that they couldn't show us because it was a lawsuit worthy? Or because it was lawsuit worthy, or did they lose footage? About what? About what? Are we talking about Encore? Hey, Alex. Alex said, I don't watch Encore anymore. It's too much fighting and nothing is memorable. I'll listen to the album once it comes out, but I'd rather watch something else. Understandable. Thank you, Alex. I think it would all make a bit more sense if the editing was a little better. Carlos, I don't know who you have for the editing. I'm not saying that they're good, that they're not good. I'm just saying that I think they need a better direction, because the way the story is being edited, a lot of stuff is being left out. It's not making sense. It's becoming a bit confusing how stuff just jumps and we can't see the follow through. Hey, Sapphire Sky. Sapphire Sky said, forget Encore for a millisecond. You told us to watch Wives with Knives. And that show is intentionally funny. I'm sure I watched the episode you were talking about. The lady who was happy. There's a lady on Wives with Knives, a Black woman, who was more than excited about retelling the story of how she almost killed her husband. If it ever comes on again, I'm saving that episode. She was just like, and I did what I had to do, baby. I stabbed him. I sure did. And that knife went right through his flesh. Ooh. Great show. Great show. Thank you, Sapphire. Oh, thank you, Ordered Steps. B Stoke Styling. Hey, sis said they're trying to lead us to conclusions with this editing. Conclusions that we are just not getting to. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. I don't, hold on. Tracy said, is Todd Tucker to blame for the terrible editing? I don't think he's editing this. I do not think he's an editor. I just think that they need, I don't know. The story is just all over the place. The story is just all over the place. Kelly W said the YouTube channel Empress did a video about Cherish a year ago, and the twins' attitude was exactly the same. Rude to their own older sister, and even said they wouldn't do reality TV. Well. Look at what we have here. I wonder if their attitudes is a reason why we haven't heard from them in such a long time. You know what I mean? Because I can imagine a studio who is trying to make you a star dealing with an attitude of somebody who is a relatively, unknown, right? I just feel like they have these big attitudes that are just not warranted. And I don't see anybody trying to make stars out of, let's be real, two very catty, dark-skinned women. I think, the label was just like, this is a headache we don't need, so let's move on. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I'm just like, y'all attitudes. I would not be shocked if it's closed. Your attitudes have closed a lot of doors for you guys. I wouldn't be shocked. Alex said, I still think it's too many women around the house that makes the editing difficult. But then what do you have to say for like shows like Big Brother and Love Island? And, there's a lot of shows that have a lot of cast members and they're able to have clear, concise editing. This editing is just all over the place. Be So Silent said, their attitudes are definitely the reason why they are not known. Who would want to work with that? It's hard to watch. You know what I mean? I feel so sorry for the ladies in the house. I'm just like, every time they're on a good note, the twins just come in and just destroy everything that was done. It's not everybody. It's the twins. They are the problem. They are chaos. Oh my goodness. Bunny said, when will they start eliminating people? I thought they would be eliminating people. The twins can go home. I don't think they're eliminating. I think everybody is going to be a part of this process. I think people can self-eliminate, but I don't think they're going to be eliminating people. So anyway, let's move on to 90 Day Fiance. I'm just going to go over the last episode because we're going to get a new episode this Sunday. So let me just give my quick thoughts about 90 Day Fiance. We're going to start off with Angela and Michael. I'm loving, so far for the last 3 episodes, Michael has been getting Angela together. And I love it. I love that he is finally standing up to her. I love that he is speaking his piece. I love that he is not backing down to this woman and baby. Angela cannot take that Michael is not allowing her to disrespect him anymore. And she keeps on faking this divorce thing. But Angela know good and well that if she divorces Michael, she's off this show. She's not letting this relationship go, but she can't take that he is disrespecting her the way she disrespects him. I'm here for it. Go, Michael. Go, Michael. He hanging up on her. He telling her, you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm loving it. And I want him to keep that same energy when he finally gets to America. I will say this. When Michael told his friends that Angela was getting a breast reduction, I hollered because they were so shocked and like disappointed. They were like, oh, we like big boobs. Man, Jovi and Yara. Jovi, if you are a Rolling Stone, why don't you just let us know? Because this secret life, oh, wait a minute. Are you in this chat right now, Romaine? Let me know if I can say this. If not, we'll keep on moving. I just got some Encore tea. Anyway, Jovi, because Jovi is giving me Rolling Stone. Because, bro, and if you don't know what Rolling Stone is, I feel like Jovi got another family. I really, really do. Because what is this job? What is this job where they just change the hours and how long you're going to be there and the time that you're going to get back changes and you can't do anything about it? What kind of job is this? Unless the job is another family, because this ain't making sense. Because he keeps on changing the date that he's going to come home. And, and Yara is not taking it well. Of course she wouldn't take it well. Bro, it's giving me Rolling Stone. It's giving me Rolling Stone. What job is this? What do you do? Are you in the CIA? It's not making sense to me. It's not making sense to me. And why are you telling your wife, who just had a baby and currently has COVID, why are you telling her that she needs to find a place for you to stay in 30 days or less? What's going on? This situation is so weird because he's on the phone and he's just like, oh, you have to move out of that place in 30 days. When did you find this information out? And why can't y'all renew your lease? What is going on? Another show where the editing, at least for this season for Happily Ever After, it ain't making sense to me. It ain't making sense to me. Oh, okay, let's get into Mike and Natalie. Remember where we talked about where is Natalie filming her YouTube channel, her cooking videos? I think she's filming it in, what's her friend? Natalie's friend, Juliana, the one that dresses like a futuristic Bret Michaels. Her, I think she's filming in her kitchen. That kitchen looked just like the kitchen that Natalie was, when she did that cooking video with that dinosaur salmon that she was cooking. I think she's using Juliana's kitchen. I wouldn't be surprised if she stayed with Juliana while her and Mike are going through their issues. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Natalie. I think that Natalie's operation, I think it's a nose job. And I think that's the reason why Mike is not, why he's not acting like it's that important. Because Natalie, I feel like she's holding back what she's actually doing. I think she's doing cosmetic surgery and I think she's getting a nose job and she's trying to twist it and make it seem like he doesn't care about her health. But for Mike, he's like, this is just cosmetic, so it's not really a big deal. I think with her not revealing that she's getting cosmetic surgery, which is a nose job, I think her not revealing that is being very deceitful and manipulative because you're in your confessionals making it seem like he does not care about you or the surgery or your health or things that you are getting when you are just getting a nose job because you just don't like how your nose looks. He cares, but it's a nose job, so it's not really a big deal. Mike is messy. But so are you, Natalie. So are you. So I feel like we're going to see the beginning of the end with Mike and Natalie, because they've been like, they argue now every episode. And you know it's getting very serious because Mike is walking off of confessionals. His voice is getting very high, like he, is going through puberty. So you know that they are, starting to get to that point where we probably might see this relationship dissolve on camera, which is unfortunate. Because in the beginning, Mike was really happy and, excited to see Natalie, and things just changed so much when Natalie was not able to tell him that she loved him. And I feel like they've never been able to get on the right foot after that. Let's get into Elizabeth and Andre. I'm sick of this family. I want them off my TV. I'm sick of them. It's just like they're just going to fight with Andre the whole season, and I'm already bored and tired. It's all seems very fake and contrived. I don't believe any of these storylines. I just want them off my TV. I feel like they're fishing for a spinoff, and it's too much. They're doing too much. It's like every time I watch, Elizabeth and Andre and their scenes, it's like again, the same thing, nothing new, nothing different, just the same old storyline. I'm bored. TLC, I don't want to take a check out of anybody's hand, but this family does not deserve a spinoff. They don't deserve it. They can't even hold this storyline within this season. Why give them a spinoff? Don't do it. It's a waste of money. And is their business still thriving? Because I can't see anyone wanting to buy a house from this messy family. Like, I would not trust that they would have my paperwork right, that my home would be secure just by how they're leading out. You have to realize that if you're selling a product to customers, you have to carry yourself a certain way. The way that you guys can't even hold the conversation without getting into some kind of physical assault, I wouldn't want to do business with you. So is the business still thriving? Are they able to but they're in Florida. So maybe that business is still thriving. I don't like how Andre talks to Elizabeth. I think that this was real, right? When Andre was cussing Elizabeth out, when her family was staying at that Hobbit house, why did they spend the night at that tiny? What the hell is going on with this trip? Why are they in this very small, congested RV? Why are they staying, taking breaks at these tiny Hobbit houses? What is happening here? Are the producers, is the show like getting tiny RVs and putting them in small houses so that they can be on top of each other and get on each other's nerves to the point where they would like create some kind of chaos and everybody would get into an argument? Are they like making it uncomfortable for them? Because I just don't understand why they were in such a tiny house and in a tiny RV. Anyway, I've never liked how he talked to her, but the way he cussed her out in front of her family and nobody did anything. Girl, you can get a 6'5" American man who will treat you better. I mean, do you just think that you can't get a man that look like Andre or like has his height and girth? Girl, you can. And you could get one that will treat you right. But anyway, you seem to be happy in that situation. Y'all seem to be in a really good place on TikTok. So let me just mind my business. Brandon and Julia, we don't need to see them. The most interesting thing about Brandon and Julia this episode was the fact that Brandon was wearing this medium turtleneck with these slim fit jeggings. What the hell was that outfit? Oh my goodness, what the hell was that? And Julia's job interview, I will say that was very interesting because Julia was auditioning to be a gym teacher, and her audition turned into a striptease. That guy was like, oh, we don't need you to do all that. We just need you to teach them fitness. All that stripping and them splits and stuff that she was doing, he was just like, this is a little too much for the gym. We need something a little bit more fitness oriented. The splits, he was like, she's flexible, but that's not what we require here. It was cute. I like the gym owner. He was really, really cute with the gym manager. Let's get into Tiffany and Ronald and their antics. Tiffany, Ronald wasn't a provider before you married him or got pregnant. I don't know why some women think that marriage or a baby will magically make a man the man that you desired this whole time, because now he got me for life. Now I got his baby. He'll act right. Ronald has been Ronald consistently. It's Tiffany and your desires to make him something else, and you get mad at him when he does not rise to your desires. But your desires and your needs were not getting met before you had a baby by him. I don't know why you expected him to change. Ronald has been consistent. No shade. He's been consistently a bum. He's never changed. He's never changed. He has been this person the whole time. You keep on crying and falling out on this show, on Instagram, because you want him to be something that he never was to you. The man that you are upset that Ronald has not become or has not showed you that he could be has always lived in your mind. It has never been a reality. So for that reason, I cannot get mad at Ronald. He's always been a bum. Like, he's always been inconsistent. He's never been a provider. He's never done what you asked for him to do. The only thing that he was delivering to you that you thought was worthy was the penis. That South African hammer got you all messed up. This is who he's always been, sis. And I can say that because I watched it. I watched it. He's been that dude since you introduced him to us. You can't get mad at him for not being what you want him to be. And now I think they finally broke up, because I told you I follow 90 Day Fiance the Melanated Way, and she was reporting both of their Instagram stories and posts that they're fighting each other. And, you know, now Tiffany is saying that she's being verbally abused by Ronald. That's his name, right? Ronald. And I'm just like, okay, girl, he was verbally abusing you on camera. Not saying this like that's not a big deal, but I'm just like, again, the same old thing, nothing different, nothing new. He been this guy. So I'm just, not that I don't have any sympathy, but I'm like, girl, okay, like, this is who he's always been. So, like, you want people to pick sides and get upset, and, you know, you're showing, oh, he did this to me. He was this horrible guy. I'm trying everything. Look at the things that he's writing to his wife. He wrote that to you, but he also said those things to you on camera. Your first season, when you were not pregnant by him. Girl, this on you. You got to take this one, Tiffany. You really, really do. Because, girl, come on. He's always been this way. Ronald, like, this is not a new Ronald. This is the Ronald we met. It's the Ronald you met. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. What do you guys think? Because I'm like, what are you upset about? Like, he's always been this person. I'm not shocked by this. This is who we met. Candace, honey, those friends said those boobs are the only thing she got to offer. My God, today. I'm proud of Michael too. Ordered steps. Oh, darn it. I'm trying to fan myself. I got one hand. I'm proud of him too. I was so happy. I was just like, yes, hang up on her. Get her together. Get her together. It's about time. You know it's true, Coos Girly. She looked like a futuristic Bret Michaels. That lady, what was that attire? She was so committed to it. She was so committed to that attire. Work. Me too. It's Ryan. I wish they would exit stage left as well. They fight every episode. You know, Mike is like, I told you, why don't you do that? Like, boy, if she got you there where you got to go to puberty voice because you're that upset with Natalie, leave. Leave, but y'all want that check. Y'all want that check. It's such a puberty voice, Brian. It's so hilarious. Hey, Caitlin, what's up? Glad you're here. I talked about Bachelor in Paradise and the Bachelorette in the beginning of this video. It is, Ryan. Ryan Round said this road trip is so convoluted. Absolutely. Laura said RVs don't come much bigger than that. Oh, they just have a lot of people. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about a trailer. I was thinking about what is his name? What is his name? You know, she put me on camera. His wife is Mila Kunis, and he's in that commercial where he is singing terribly. What is his name? Ashton Kutcher. He has a trailer that he uses for all the movies that he does in his own personal trailer. It's a 2-story trailer, and it's bigger than most people's houses. So I'm like, they can't get something like that, but I was thinking of a trailer, not an RV. Gracie Allen, hey sis, said this is a good way for them to see Andre's true colors in a high stress situation. We see how he really is. But I feel like he's always shown that. And they still don't say anything. I did not like the way he talked to Elizabeth. That was real scary. Me too, Laura Becker. I really enjoyed the single life. I enjoyed 90 Day Fiance single life, and I really enjoyed their quarantine. 90 Day Fiance self-quarantine or something like that. Quarantine, whatever it was. Those were good. Yeah, Ryan Round said, who did Julia think she was going to be teaching? It wasn't a pole dancing class. That combination. I hate to say it, but I have to agree. Her first mistake was marrying Ronald right out of rehab. As somebody who has dealt with people who have been back and forth in rehab, when they get out of rehab, you got to give them time. They got to adjust into society sober. You can't throw all of those responsibilities on them. Like, Tiffany, you threw a lot on this man that was not ready. And you saw all the signs, and you still continue to be in a relationship with him, and then marry him and give a huge responsibility of a child to this man when he never showed you that he was ever ready to do any of this. And I can only say that because I watched it. You know what I mean? We all saw that. We knew that he wasn't ready. He wasn't husband or father material. He wasn't. Me too, Coos Girlie. I feel bad for Daniel. I really, really do, because he finally got a dad. And look at the situation. His parents are breaking up. And I don't think that Tiffany is going to be shipping him to hang out in South Africa for the summer. I don't see that happening. So unfortunately, I think that his relationship with Ronald may sour, especially if Tiffany, gets in a relationship again. And it seems like she's preparing, to go back out there. You know what I mean? She's getting I don't think she got a weight loss surgery, but I think she got something put in her stomach, lap band, I think. Oh no, is that dangerous? I think she went through some kind of weight loss procedure. So she's going to be, fixing up her body the way she wants, dipping in and doing it, launching this makeup line. She's going to be getting into herself, and I don't see her not being in a relationship. I see her being in a relationship soon and very soon. And I think once she starts dating somebody else, I don't think she's going to be focused on getting Daniel to South Africa to be with Ronald or to visit him. You know what I mean? I think that's going to end. Also, these two could just be doing this to get on another 90 Day Fiance show. It could all be, them scamming. Who knows? Gracie Ellis said, I'm sorry. Ronald was the same all the way, and Tiffany knew it, and she thinks that threats and disrespect will change it. No, it'll make it worse. He was the same guy. Hey, Tartar said, you're going to watch 90 Day in Paradise or something like that. I can't watch Happily Ever After next. Oh, yes. It's not Tartar. Are you talking about the show that's like 90 Day Fiance, but it's people who fell in love at a vacation spot? If that's what you're talking about, I'm absolutely watching that. I don't know if I'm going to review it because I don't know how many of you guys will watch it. I'll do a poll. But I don't know if everybody has Discovery Plus. Hey, L Boogie, what's up? I actually, Tartar, I actually have a reminder for that show. But I'm definitely watching it. Not sure if I'm gonna, not sure if I'm going to review it because I don't know if everybody's going to be watching it. Caitlin says I'm late, but I'm hoping that super late, but I'm hoping Tejwan from Bachelor in Paradise can handle the heat this year. She seems like she has her hair prepared for the island, so we will see. We will see. All right, let me move on to my favorite show of the moment. You, Me, and My Ex. So on this show, so You, Me, and My Ex is basically about people who have divorced their partners, but still remain very close to their divorced partner while being in other relationships. And sometimes it comes to the point where the relationships become a bit inappropriate. We're first going to start off with Jerry, Jessica, and Kayla Bay, who is the reason why I'm watching the show. And this is the couple. Kayla Bay is the Afro-Latina right here, Miss Boricua. She lets you know, okay? She is the Afro-Latina right here. And then Jerry is in the middle, and Jessica is his ex-wife. When we meet Jerry and Jessica is shaving Jerry's nipples. That's how close they are. They are divorced, right? But here's the kicker with this couple. Jerry divorced Jessica. Jessica still wanted to be with Jerry. He no longer wanted to be with her. He divorced her and put her out of his home that she came back to, because during COVID, Jerry asked Jessica to move back into the home to help with the kids and just to be closer to everybody because the pandemic was very scary. So Jessica moved back into the home with Jerry, but Jerry did not let Jessica know that he was dating Kayla Bay, Afro-Latina princess right here, right? He did not let her know. She found that out when she moved back in to the home that Jerry put her out of when he divorced her. Because Jerry and Kayla Bay were dating before the pandemic, Jerry asked Kayla Bay to move in with him so that they could continue dating, because he wants to get married again, and he wants to see if this is something that this is a relationship that could go that route, because they were pretty serious before the pandemic, and he just did not want to lose that time with her. So Kayla Bay decides to move in with Jerry. Nightmare, right? Because Jessica did not want to divorce Jerry. She still wants to be with Jerry. And she has an issue with Kayla Bay, who was absolutely in no way intimidated by Jessica and is trying to be her friend. But Jessica does not like Kayla Bay because she still wants to be with Jerry. But Jerry's, all of his heart and eyes is all on Kayla Bay, who is, younger, flyer, the whole shebang. So within this scenario, Jessica is the one who has the issues. She does not like Kayla. She does not like how Kayla talks to her. She does not like the fact that Kayla is sharing a space that her oldest son shares, because Jerry, when he moved Kayla Bay in, he moved her into his closet. And Kayla was just like, I'm not going to be living in a closet. I need another space. So Jerry puts her in the basement, which is across from his son, who actually lives there with them. And Jessica has a problem with this, right? So her thing is, why don't you put Kayla Bay out? Because that is where my son lives. Jerry's son is 22 years old. He can go somewhere else. I'm sorry, Jerry wants Kayla Bay to live in the house with them. So that is where Kayla Bay is going to live. So Jessica has a problem where Kayla Bay lives because she doesn't want her that close to her son because she thinks she might be inappropriate with her son. When you go back and watch the show and you see Jerry's son, he wishes Caleb A would be inappropriate with him. So within the first 2 episodes, we basically see Jessica have an extreme issue with Kayla, and Kayla trying to befriend Jessica, but Jessica she's jealous. She's jealous. She still wants Jerry. She's not going to have it. But the funny thing about this couple is that Caleb A is not fazed by Jessica. Like, there is a scene where Jessica, who, she's making breakfast for everybody, but Kayla, because she don't like Kayla. So she's making breakfast for everybody but Kayla. So she's going around getting everybody's breakfast order. And before she finishes getting Jerry's breakfast order, Kayla looks at her and she's just like, "Oh, can you do I would like my eggs over scrambled, kind of over easy, not too runny. Thanks." And Jessica is just like, "Oh, I'm not making you breakfast." Kayla is so oblivious to the fact that this lady don't like her. She's so oblivious, but Jessica keeps on trying Kayla, and that's why I call her the Boricua princess, because she said, "I'm being real nice to this lady, but she keep messing with me. She gonna see my Boricua side." I said, "Oh, let the Boricua side come out." Such a good show. You guys have to get into it. It's so good. It's so messy. It's so much fun. The next couple is Lisa, Jimmy, and Wendy. And so the bald guy in the middle is Jimmy. The blonde lady above him, who is hugging him, and the green shirt is Lisa, who was his first wife, right? The blonde lady next to him is Wendy, and the guy next to, in the purple shirt, next to Wendy, is her current fiance, right? So this couple, Jimmy and Lisa, this couple, I think that they're exes, but I think that they are still pretty much in love with each other, because Jimmy and Lisa are not together because Jimmy cheated on her back in the day. She divorced him. Jimmy tried to get her back, but then when he found out that she had moved on with her now current fiance, Jimmy was heartbroken, but then he found Wendy, who is his now wife, right? Jimmy and Lisa are divorced, but they call themselves best friends, and they still work together. Not only do they work together in the same business, they also take vacations together, just them two. Just them two. They go on vacation together, just them two, and their spouses have to understand. I think these two are still in love with each other. I think that when they go on their vacations together, stuff be happening. I think that they just realize that they do not get along. I think there is love. I think there is passion. I just think that they do not get along, because every time Lisa talks about her relationship with Jimmy, she has a meltdown. And I'm like, why are you still crying over your ex that you divorced over 20 years ago? Why are you still there? I think they're still in love with each other. I think they just realize that they just do not get along. I think when they're together for too long, they get into arguments, and they just much rather have a peaceful relationship with other people, but still have their time away on their vacations with I think they have a lot of passion. I think they have a lot of love. I think those two just they can't stand each other. And that's the only reason why they're not together. I think if they could ever find a happy medium where they actually are able to work together, where they actually are able to exist in a relationship and find a way to talk to each other, I think they still be together. You have to watch this show. I'm telling you, Lisa and Jimmy, passion. The passion is still there. So this episode, and we'll see the next episode, Jimmy, Lisa, Wendy, and Lisa's current fiance are all going to get on an RV and go down to celebrate the son that Jimmy and Lisa have together. Celebrate, I believe, his 20th birthday. And then when they get together, Jimmy and Lisa are going to explain to him why his parents broke up. I don't think it matters, right? But for Lisa, she feels like her son needs to know that his father cheated on his mother. That's why they are not together. I think Lisa just needs that closure more than Jimmy, because Jimmy doesn't want his son to know that he was cheating on his mother with his now current wife. Because I feel like later in the season, we're going to find out that Lisa is cheating with Jimmy. And she's probably going to be like, well, Jimmy was cheating on me with Wendy, so I'm just getting her back. They have a lot of passion. They have a lot of passion. I am very, when they were talking about how they go on vacation together, just the two of them, pause. You are not going on vacation with a woman that's not your wife. But the weird part about this scenario is that Lisa's fiance and Jimmy's wife, Wendy, know their places. They do not disrespect the ex-partner. They are very quiet. They are okay with Jimmy and Lisa's relationship the way it is. They don't step on that. They respect that. They actually bow down to their relationship. That is the marriage, or the former marriage, that is respected more than the relationships that they have now with those partners that are now divorced. It's very, very weird. Very weird, but it's great TV. Get into it. Now let's get into Alex, Steven, and Caroline. This couple is weird as well because okay. So Steven, oh no, not this couple. I'm sorry. Alex, Steven, and Caroline. So Steven considers himself to be a trisexual, right? Steven is holding his ex-boyfriend, who was Alex, is on FaceTime in this picture. Steven was in love with Alex. He said that was his true love. They broke up because Alex was not ready to be in a committed relationship with Steven. He cheated on him the whole time. Then Steven fell in love with Caroline, homegirl right here, who is his co-worker. What's interesting about this couple is that everybody in Steven's life and in Caroline's life believe that Steven is gay. But Steven considers himself to be a trisexual. So he said, I'll try anything and I'll fall in love with any and every one. So their problem is they're both fighting their families who think that Caroline is in love with a gay man. So Steven has to fight with his family and Caroline's family because he is trying to constantly prove that he is actually attracted to her, going so far as to suck her mole on camera. Yes, that mole. That mole. Sucking it on camera to prove that he actually desires her, but nobody in Steven's family or in Caroline's family believe that he is actually sexually or physically attracted to her in any kind of way. They think that they're just really good friends, and Steven is trying to make this relationship work because Caroline loves him, and the man that he is actually in love with does not want to be bothered with him right now. And Caroline has two gay cousins who believe that Steven is gay. Caroline's cousin was just like, I don't believe it, but if that's what he wants to say that he is, I'll respect it, but Steven is gay. So then Steven's sister, she also says on camera, she's just like, I don't have any issues with Caroline, but my brother is gay, and Alex is the man that he needs to be with because those two are actually in love. So she has a really close relationship with Steven's ex-boyfriend, Alex, and that pisses off Caroline because she thinks that Steven's sister should be close to her, but Steven's sister will not get close to her because she believes that her brother is gay and that he is leading her on. You got to watch this show. Catch up. It's only 2 episodes because next episode 3, Steven takes Caroline to meet with his other sister, who is very vocal about him being gay and does not believe that he is actually attracted to Caroline. They get into such a big argument. Steven storms off, leaving out the house, and he's like, I'm not gay. How TLC found these people, I have no idea. I don't know if Steven is lying about his sexuality and leading Caroline on. I will say this is a very interesting trio. Very, very interesting trio. Let's move on to the last couple, which is April, Roy, John, and Lauren. For me, this is the craziest coupling on the show. So April and Roy, April is in the red dress. Roy is in the blue shirt, right? That is her ex-husband. But they are like best friends, and they also share a child. They are so close that on this episode, these two went to get matching tattoos together without telling April's husband, who is the guy in the green shirt, and that is his ex-wife next to him, who is best friends with him, but he doesn't like either. He don't like her. So John is the current husband of April in the red dress. He can't get rid of his ex-wife. She wants to be in his life. He cannot stand her, but she ain't going nowhere because she's close to his now current wife, who is April. It's a lot. It is a lot. The reason why this couple is the most interesting to me, it's because it's very obvious that that Roy, who is April's ex-husband, is still in love with her. And he's not shy about that. Like, it's very obvious that if things would have been different, because April left him for John. John is her next door neighbor. She cheated on John. She cheated on Roy with John while John was still married to Lauren. It's messy. It's messy. So they all didn't talk to each other for a very long time. But then when kids started to come in, additional children started coming into the mix, they all decided to make up and become this one big happy family. But from watching the show, and if you watch it, you will understand what I'm saying. For me, it's very obvious that Roy is still in love with April, and I wouldn't be surprised if they've had a slip up, because her current husband, John, can see it. So not in this episode, but the next episode, John is going to give April an ultimatum because he thinks that she is her relationship with her ex-husband is not healthy, and he's not okay with it. We will see how these couples end up. I will be very honest with you, unless somebody gives me a spoiler, I feel like a lot of them will not be together at the end of this. Specifically, Steven and Caroline, I think they'll end as besties like they started. But April, Roy, John, and Lauren, this doesn't seem like this couple right here, this Forple, whatever this is, I think this is going to break up. Just from what I've seen in the first 2 episodes. I could be wrong. So next week, we get to meet this coupling or whatever. So the lady in the pink and the guy in the blue, they are exes. They are exes because the lady in the pink came out as a lesbian while married to him. This is her new wife. The guy in the blue, the lady in the red shirt, this chick right here is his new wife, right? The lady in the pink is using her ex-husband's sperm to impregnate her now wife, which is this lady right here. TLC is a genius. How the hell they find these people? We haven't met this couple yet, this situation yet, but we will meet them this Sunday. So I'm interested in that as well. I'm telling you guys, if you're not watching this show, you got to get into it. You got to get into it. It's the best show on TLC right now. 90 Day Fiance, it has taken your spot. It has taken your spot. I'm intrigued. What do you guys think? Oh, child. Oh, I see y'all got that. I see. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Thank you, moderators, for handling that. Oh my God, what happened? I miss so much. So much. What happened? Marianne said, "What do you think about Steven? Does he really love Caroline, or is he in love with two people?" I don't know. They give me bestie energy. They give me bestie energy. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Thank you, moderators. Thank you so much. They do Ryan Rounds. Ryan Rounds said Carolyn and Steven remind me of Will and Grace from their college flashbacks. They do. They do. They really, really do. Thank you so much, moderators. I didn't see any of this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Max said, "Oh my God, what is going on?" The channel is growing. The channel is growing. This was like a coordinated attack, girl. Yeah, I Am Also Production. It does sound good. It's a really good show. I'm telling you guys, get into it so we can talk about it. But I wanted to introduce you guys to that show because I'm obsessed with it. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer Miller said, "Hey, I think if you put the chat on slow mode, they can't spam." Oh, okay. I'll figure that out. I'll figure out how to do that when I get off of here. I don't know who that is, Hammy Turtle. I don't know who that is. And I don't even know what Bitwave is. I don't know what that is. Thank you, moderators. Oh, what is Alice's room? What is Alice's room? What is going on? What is going on? Hey, Alexis. Alexis said, "Shout out to the mods once again for being on top of things. It can get intense, but if people want to try to crash your vibe, you are doing something right." Thank you so much, Alexis. Thank you to my moderators. Let me get off of here. There's a lot going on. Who is sending people here?
Somebody tried to crash your live?
Yeah, I didn't even know what was happening.
Listen, don't let me get on there.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you, sis. Sola said, "I haven't watched this show, but bisexuality and pansexuality is often treated with suspicion by gay and straight people." I agree. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. No disagreement there. Oh my God, who is sending people here to spam? Who is sending? This is crazy. This is crazy. Thank you, moderators. Hey, New Mommy D. New Mommy D said a little extra something because they hate on all your greatness. The channel is growing. The channel is growing. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. Not because of them, but because I need to figure out what's going on and I can make some changes here. But I just want to say thank you all for joining me. It also has been 3 hours. It's time to go. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you, moderators, for being amazing. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'm doing 2 Love After Lockups. I'm going to do the Love After Lockup for last week's episode tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then at 7:30, right after the current episode of Love After Lockup, I'll go live again so we can chat about that. I'm fine. I'm okay. The channel is growing. That's what comes with it. Thank you so much for joining me, family. I will see. I gotta figure out who is Alice's room. Hit me up on Instagram, y'all. Let me know who Alice's room is. I got beef with somebody? What the hell? Love y'all. See you soon. Bye. Thank you, moderators. Thank you so much, moderators. You guys are doing a great job. Love y'all. Bye. Channel is growing. Amen. See y'all soon. Bye.